fit into the dressing room. And I think that's sometimes we take that for granted.
Yeah, and Seth was on record, too, after he left. He said, I feel like I was trying to do too much with the Blackhawks because when you're near the bottom of the standings, you want to be the guy every night to try to just do everything right. But with Florida, it's such a well-oiled machine that he kind of just assimilates to that culture, and he could just focus on his game. And so no surprise that we saw a really solid version in the playoffs of Seth Jones.
Yeah, less is more with him for sure. And when you're trying to justify, he was the highest paid player, I believe, with the Chicago Blackhawks. When you're trying to justify that, sometimes you try to do too much. And in hockey, that's probably the worst thing you can do. And he knows his place in Florida, and he realizes Aaron Ekblad's ahead of me, and there's a couple of other guys possibly ahead of him in the pecking order. So it's been a real nice fit.
All right, should be another fun one here at the United Center between the Chicago Blackhawks and Florida Panthers. It is Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at the United Center. So it should be an emotional night for many reasons here in Chicago. That's going to do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show. John Weideman and Steve Conroy have the call coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks. The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Have you gone to the Hegler Karras Mansion in LaSalle yet? I love that you're all discovering this hidden gem, that 7-story 19th century masterpiece. It's a mansion with 57 rooms, and it was built by the guy who designed the Joliet Prison and the Chicago Water Tower and pumping station. The guy that did all of that built this humongous home in LaSalle, Illinois. It's just off I-80. And there you can walk in and marvel at the intricate woodwork, each room detailed differently, the chandeliers, the artifacts of a life lived in splendor 150 years ago. So who, how, and why is it there? And what are the stories inside that home? It's really amazing history. It's fun. Make this Valentine's Day a historic one at the Hegler Karras Mansion. Enjoy private and semi-private dinner parties in rooms on the main level of the mansion with amazing food and drink. Get your tickets now at tourthemansion.com. Click on tourthemansion.com.
100 years.
This is just fantastic.
One city.
Chicago!
One team.
Way to go, Blackhawks!
The kids.
Nazar on a breakaway down the slot. Shoots, he scores! Out of the with a shot, he scores! Fire, he scores!
They can play.
Yes, they can.
An original Six tradition that rattles the rafters with Chicago pride.
Where you from? Chicago.
Chicago. From the anthem to the final horn. It's time for Chicago Blackhawks hockey. With the call of the game, here's John Weideman and Steve Conroy.
The Chicago Blackhawks finished business with the Florida-based teams tonight here at the United Center as the two-time Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers stopped by for a quick skate before heading back south. The Hawks had to watch a banner-raising ceremony before falling a goal short to the Cats 51 games ago, but now they have the opportunity to take back those 2 points and wreak a little havoc on the playoff hopes held by the Cup champs. Hi again, everyone. John Weideman along with Steve Conroy and Charlie Roneliotis. We welcome you into our broadcast this evening. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night for the Chicago Blackhawks. And Steve, I know this terrible, dreaded disease has affected people that we know, starting off with Troy Murray. Troy, if you are listening, bud, you know we love you, and we're thinking of you. And just hang in there, bud. Just do your best. I don't know what more I could say, but we love you, bud. And so this broadcast, we'll go ahead and dedicate it to him. But the dreaded disease of cancer has affected my family. I know it's affected your family and everybody else. Let's hope that somewhere, somehow, they can find an end to this dreaded disease.
Yeah, and what the NHL does is, absolutely fantastic. And it's not only bringing awareness, but raising a lot of money. And couldn't agree more. Your sentiments with Troy, teammate of mine for a number of years. One thing about Troy, you know it too, as well as anyone, and this goes to Charlie. He's a battler. He's a fighter, and it's going to be a huge fight for him. But he's going to take it over.
Well, the Chicago Blackhawks are going to play the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, two-time Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. And, Steve, when I look at this game here from afar, I look at a team, the Florida Panthers, who are 5 points out of the last playoff spot. And the season's getting a little long here. I mean, it's past the halfway point. You've got 6 more games for the Panthers coming up before their Olympic break, and they've got 9 guys that are going to go to the Olympics. Now, they're 6 points behind the last wild card spot, 5 points behind the last wild card spot, 6 points behind the Buffalo Sabres, with a lot of ground to make up. This is going to be a desperate hockey team, I believe, because they know not only are they facing that deficit in points, they're facing the upcoming Olympics, and who knows what could happen there.
Well, John, the championship hangover is for real. And when you think about it, they've been to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row. They won it twice. Of course, they went to the finals that first year, and I believe it was the Vegas Golden Knights that they ended up losing to. Right. So they've played a lot of extra hockey, and I'm going to forgive them for the first couple of months. In fact, early December, they were a sub-500 hockey team. But since that time, they've kind of turned it around. They're certainly not a juggernaut, but they're playing a lot better. They're getting reinforcements back. Matthew Tkachuk back in the lineup. Marchand, who was out for a little bit, is back. And they're playing some pretty good hockey right now. So, yeah, I think they realize right now they don't have a lot of room for error. They're outside of the playoffs looking in, and you'll see a desperate Florida Panthers team tonight.
You mentioned Brad Marchand. I'm going to stay on that because it relates to my next topic of discussion. Man games lost by the Florida Panthers. It was up to 291 coming into this game. Now, believe it or not, that's not the most in the National Hockey League. I believe Vancouver has that distinction. But they'll top 300 here tonight. And Brad Marchand, as Charlie said earlier in the pregame show, he's been fighting some kind of an ailment that may have become chronic at this point. I mean, hopefully it doesn't endanger his great career. He scored the overtime goal last night in Minnesota, his 22nd career overtime goal. But it just brings me to the point that this is not a healthy hockey team. And they've got guys that, as you said, went through all of that duress of the finals, and now they're laboring through.
Yeah, Barkov, the number one centerman, still out of the lineup. Seth Jones, as Charlie mentioned, out of the lineup too. But sometimes you find teams that are maybe a little wounded can be dangerous. I call them the wounded tiger. They want to prove, especially the new guys in the lineup, that they belong and that they deserve a spot in the NHL. So certainly don't take them lightly because they're wounded.
All right, certainly will. Let's get to some sponsored items, starting with who's going to deliver, sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. And I'm picking Andre Burakovsky. Kind of curious pick, but Andre Burakovsky has decent career numbers against these Florida Panthers. 9 goals and 6 assists in 22 games, and he's due. He hasn't been putting up a lot of points for the Blackhawks of late. He's moving up to that line with Connor Bedard centering, Oliver Moore on the left. I got a good feeling about Andre Burakovsky here tonight. Keys for tonight's game, sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. What do you have, Steve?
Well, John, first off, pounce on the Panthers early. They had a late game last night against the Minnesota Wild, the overtime win. They had problems getting into O'Hare last night because of the weather. They didn't get to the hotel till 3:30 in the morning. Ooh. So, yeah, just make sure you're playing in there and early and getting on the body. Secondly, new lines, new looks. Oliver Moore promoted to the number 1 line. He'll be there for a couple of one-time shots, as will Burakovsky on the other side. I like Ryan Green, too, on that second line. So look for the new looks to maybe pay off for Jeff Blashill and the Blackhawks. And finally, puck management, especially important against the Florida Panthers. They come with speed. They come heavy on the body. Talking about the Florida Panthers. So I think if you're a defenseman with the Blackhawks, you realize there's no play there. Maybe flip it out. Maybe just dump it down the ice, live for another day.
All right, we're going to join our public address announcer right now, Gene Honda, for a very special ceremony down at ice level. Here's Gene.
Aiming to inspire hope and courage for those who are continuing and overcoming their battle with cancer. Tonight, we'd like to recognize the bravery of 6 young fans who are currently battling pediatric cancer. Joining the Blackhawks starters on the blue line for the national anthem are, from Wheaton, Illinois, 14-year-old Murray Bradley. From Naperville, Illinois, 13-year-old Brooke Berg. From Elmhurst, Illinois, 9-year-old Gavin Zahorak. From Hinsdale, Illinois, 7-year-old Alexander Brown. From Carroll Stream, Illinois, 7-year-old Logan Mandeville.
Each one of these kids is being escorted down the purple carpet to center ice by a Blackhawk player.
5-year-old Ricky Jiang.
And this is a young man that's being wheelchaired out to join the group. Spencer Knight is his assistant there.
Now please turn your attention to the video board for a special message from Chicago Blackhawks forward, Frank Nazar.
Shar and Mickey were my billet mom and billet grandma when I played at the USA NTDP team in Plymouth, Michigan. They took me in when I was a young kid, trying to live a dream and make a name for myself, and they did it with no question. No matter what was going on in their life or, what was happening with their family, they made sure that I was in a comfortable spot, always being able to play hockey to my best ability. It's really crazy to see how close you can get with a family you've never even met before, go from just these strangers you move in with to somebody you call, mom and grandma. And it's pretty awesome and pretty crazy to see. Life itself isn't easy. It's going to be hard at times. You guys are throwing these curveballs and this hard part of life. That resilience that you guys have to continue to do that, as well as fight for something as big as your life. It really shows and is really inspiring and encourages a lot of people around.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shar and Nikki Lyons, who have fought, battled, and overcome breast cancer in their lives. Shar and Nikki are both in remission and are here tonight to perform our ceremonial puck drop.
So Shar and Mickey, with Blackhawk sweaters on, walk arm in arm on a purple carpet that extends out from the benches to the center ice circle, and they will drop the ceremonial opening faceoff. Frank Nazar will take it for the Blackhawks against Aaron Ekblad of the Florida Panthers. And Frank won them both. Precious moment right there. Boy. And then hugs from both of them. That was wonderful.
Fans, one more time for all our special guests and honorees this evening who continue to inspire and remind us that together we will stand up to this disease and fight for a cure.
Hear, hear. This capacity crowd on hand is in total agreement with that announcement. All right, we're going to get to who Steve is banking on here momentarily. Right now, tonight's presentation of our national anthem is proudly sponsored by Berwyn Western Plumbing, a proud partner of Plumbers 911. And for the anthem, as we always do, we send it down to ice level to the best man in the business for these things, Jim Cornelison, along with some very special guests. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed the twilight flash gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang out from the burning it proved through the sky that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of
Quintessential Jim Cornelison with our Star-Spangled Banner. Quickly, Steve, who are you banking on tonight? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank, celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
I'm going with Tyler Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi's kind of been quiet lately, John. No goals in his last 5 games. Just 6 shots in those 5 games. Back it up, though. The previous 5 games to that, he had 22 shots. He also had 5 goals. So I think he's going to get to those greasy areas tonight. Tyler Bertuzzi's my guy.
All right, here are tonight's starting lineups. In goal for the Florida Panthers is Daniil Tarasov. He's 0-1-0 in his career against the Blackhawks. At defense are Aaron Ekblad and former Hawk Gustav Forsling. Up front from left to right, A2 Lusterinen starts at left wing. Centering the Panthers' opening line, Anton Lundell. And starting at the right wing, Brad Marchand. For the Blackhawks, it's going to be Spencer Knight in goal, the former Florida Panther who won the Cup with him in 2024. He is 0-1-0 in his career against his old team. At defense are Connor Murphy and Matt Grzelcyk. Up front from left to right, Tyler Bertuzzi starts at left wing. Centering the Hawks' opening line, Jason Dickinson. And starting at the right wing, Ilya Mikheyev. Referees this evening are Chris Rooney and Frederick Lecoullier. The linesmen are Sean Oliver and Johnny Murray. This is the final meeting this season with the Florida Panthers, barring a Stanley Cup final matchup. I always throw that caveat in there. And that would be very cool. Right now, first things first, business is business. Hawks looking to get 2 points out of the Florida Panthers, the Stanley Cup champion. We're underway. Panthers get the puck at center ice off the draw. Ekblad knocks it into the Hawk zone. Grzelcyk tried to slap it out. Marchand took the puck away. They were teammates in Boston. And now Marchand wins the battle. Moves it ahead. Here's Mikheyev to Bertuzzi over the Panther line on the right wing, tossing the puck down to the right wing corner. Mikheyev tried to ride in and get it on Lundell. Instead, Dickinson comes along, and he checks one of the Panthers into the corner boards. It's all happening in the corner to the left of Tarasov. And now the puck ripped out of there by Mikheyev to Murphy right point. Snaps it down behind the net. Bertuzzi's got it there. Fed it out in front. This is picked off by Forsling. They'll move it up the left wing. And Lusterinen sends it across to Ekblad to Marchand into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. And Matt Grzelcyk stepped in front of him, took the puck away. Put it over to Murphy along the right boards. He outlets the center ice up the left wing to Tyler Bertuzzi, who shot the puck up the glass, and this deflects up into the protective netting. So we get a whistle. 56 seconds have come and gone. No score. Face-off circle to the right of Tarasov.
John, I know we're early in this hockey game, but I just like the confidence the Blackhawks are playing with, especially in their own zone. It's just the one breakout, but D to D, and then Connor Murphy, who's played so well over the last month or so, head up, makes that 100-foot pass all the way out to Tyler Bertuzzi. Those are the kind of clean escapes that you want all night long.
Now we see that line for the Hawks that's being talked about early on. Bedard with Moore and Burakovsky. Meanwhile, Sam Bennett into the Hawk zone on the left wing side. Had the puck poke checked away by Louis Crevier. Bedard got it at center ice, hands it to Vlasic. He's over the Tampa Bay line. The Florida line. Got my Florida City mixed up there. In behind the net now. Nikola sticks it away to the left wing boards. Taken back by the Panthers. And here's Bennett to center ice. to Matt Tkachuk over the Hawk line right point. Drop pass now. Jeff Petrie moving down the boards. He'll try to flip it in front and did. This deflects off of Spencer Knight to the far corner. Tkachuk is there. He'll drive it behind the Hawk net around up the near side. Carter Verhaeghe of the Panthers mishandles the puck back into the Florida zone. Panthers get it back and clear therein. And then Nick Lardis takes the puck away. He was held up with a hook by Verhaeghe at the Florida blue line. No penalty called. Meanwhile, Evan Rodriguez spins the puck down into the Hawk zone off the glass. And it's shot up the far side by Artem Leshinov. We get a whistle as we get an offside at the Hawk blue line. No score, 17:57 left in period one.
And tonight's coaches' challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
Draw just outside the Hawk blue line. Frank Nazar is going to take it against Evan Rodriguez. And Nazar wins the draw back into the Hawk zone. Levshinov's got it between the circles now. Artyom Levshinov, the center ice up the right wing side. Shot the puck off the glass behind the Panther net. It lays there for first overall pick in the draft way back when. Aaron Ekblad, and he clears to center ice. And now Sam Reithard will dish it back into the Panther zone to Ekblad. Quick pass ahead, Rodriguez into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Wyatt Kaiser reaching in, pulls the puck free for the Hawks. To Nazar. He'll lift it through up the right wing to Nick Lardis. Runs into a check in front of the Hawks bench. Lost the puck. Verhaeghe spins it back to the Panther line. Forsling sent it over to Ekblad on the right wing side. He'll fire it down the boards in behind the Hawk net. Maki Samoskevich in the far corner. Sticks it behind the Hawk net. Now Samoskevich has the puck back. Samoskevich to the left wing boards. He was a teammate of Nazar's at Michigan. Now Samoskevich to the high slot, firing one toward the Hawk net. It hit the shin pads of Louis Crevier, tumbles over to Wyatt Kaiser, and he shot the puck ahead, missing everybody. And icing's going to be the call here against the Hawks. No score in the game.
John, while we have an opportunity, just wanted to give a shout-out to somebody who had a birthday not too long ago, a longtime listener on WGN Radio, Marianne Tomzak. And Marianne Tomzak, the grandmother of a gal I know, Anna, who is a emergency room nurse at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. So, Marianne, keep listening. She's a huge fan of yours, John. Loves listening to your voice and loves listening to the Chicago Blackhawks.
That is so nice of you. Thank you very, very much. That never gets old, Steve. That never gets old. Thank you very much. And keep on listening, folks. It's going to get exciting for this hockey team. By the way, any relation to former Bears quarterback Mike Tomczak?
Yeah,
offside, by the way, on the Blackhawks.
I don't know the family well enough. I don't think so. I think I would have heard that if he was. Mike Tomczak, of course, longtime quarterback of the Chicago Bears. But, it's I'll find out and report back.
Okay, got to do some due diligence on that one. Face off just outside the Hawk blue line at center ice. And that line on for the Panthers that started the game. Lundell, who leads the Panthers in face-off win percentage. And now he's been tossed off the dot. It's going to be Eetu Luostarinen, who's going to play for Finland in the upcoming Olympics. One of 3 Finnish players on the Panthers that will play for Team Finland. Hawks get control off the draw. Matt Grzelcyk next to the center ice circle. Fires the puck high down the left side glass behind the Panther net. Nico Mikkola in the far corner. He's also going to play for Finland. He turned over the puck. Murphy right point to Grzelcyk left point. Sent it down toward the net. Deflects in behind. Dickinson to the right wing corner. Gives the puck to Bertuzzi along the right boards. To Murphy straight away. A long shot from there. And a blocker save made by Tarasov. Grzelcyk takes the puck on the left wing boards. Sent it down behind the Panther net. Bertuzzi had it. Lost it. Puck comes free into the slot. McKayev hammers the shot. That's just over the net. Loose puck along the left boards. Dickinson put it back to the right point. And Murphy shot it off the inboards, and this bounces out beside the crease. Tarasov had seen enough. He gloves it off the ice and holds it for the whistle. Face-off circle to his left, and no score in the game.
Tyler Bertuzzi just doing what he does best, and that's mucking it up around the net. You know, he's so good along the boards. Doesn't look pretty. Sometimes he looks like he's out of control, but boy, 9 times out of 10, he comes up with the puck. That time he centered it out front. The shot by McKayev, I believe that was just over the crossbar. And a little later on, it was Connor Murphy with another shot. The first one stopped by Tarasov. The second one didn't make its way on net.
Here's Gus Forsling behind the Panther net. Flips the puck out to his blue line. Picked off by Oliver Moore. He shot it across along the left wing side boards. Aaron Ekblad was able to shield Connor Bedard and move it ahead at center ice into the Hawk zone. Down the right wing side. And puck taken back. Ekblad right point. Moves it to the left point. Forsling flips it down behind the net. Matthew Tkachuk there. Put it away into the near corner. And now taken away by Alex Vlasic. Head to Oliver Moore. Then to Andre Burakovsky. Steps in over the Panther line, right point. Drops it off there. Bedard, he in turn drops it to Levshinoff, right point. He'll snap it down behind the net. Oliver Moore claims the puck there. Put it to the right circle for Bedard. Tried to get a shot away. That was blocked by Sam Bennett. Panthers back up ice to center ice. And Ekblad shot the puck ahead. This deflects off a Hawk player's stick and up into the protective netting. So we get a whistle stopping play, and they'll face it off back at center ice. Still no score.
Well, John, good news for the Blackhawks. 2-0-1 in their last 3 games, and they've beaten the Florida Panthers their last 3 times visiting the United Center. So Chicago Blackhawks playing really well right now. You can even roll it back all the way to the beginning of January. 7-4-1 since the calendar turned to 2026. So the Blackhawks play with an awful lot of confidence right now.
Draw one by the Panthers, and the puck shot down the far boards by Tobias Bjornfoot. Spinning behind the Hawk net. Wyatt Kaiser of the Hawks sent it back around. Here's Nazar trying to get to the puck in the Panther zone. Jeff Petrie beat him to it. And he got it ahead now into the Hawk zone. Carter Verhaeghe, top of the left circle, tried to fire on goal. It's blocked by Levshinoff. Ryan Green back the other way. Leaves a 3-on-2 rush through center over the Panther line. Now to Nazar, left point. Back to Green. To Kaiser. He hammers one for the left circle. Turned out of there by Tarasov. Kaiser takes the puck back in the high slot area. He'll drag it over to the right point, put it down behind the net. Lardis sticks it away. Nazar along the left boards. Put the puck out to Grizzly, right point. He flips it down behind the Panther net. Came around to Nazar, left wing half boards. Paddling there with Rodriguez. Got free, and then he's knocked down to the ice from behind by Jeff Petrie. And the Panthers will take the puck back. Hawks go for a line change anyway, 4 of the 5. Panthers set up shop. This is Bjornfoot behind his net. Tobias Bjornfoot to his blue line. To Jeff Petrie, right wing of center ice. He backhands the puck behind the Hawk net. Connor Murphy is hit, but hands the puck ahead. Landon Slaggert breaking to center ice. Gave it to Ryan Donato over the Panther line, right wing. Put it over left circle. Here's a shot from Grizzly. Never got through to the net. The Panthers' Uvis Belinskas stopped it there and moves it ahead. Mackie Samoskevich to center ice. Put it into the Hawk zone to Mikula along the left wing boards. He's hit by Connor Murphy. Puck comes free in front of the net. Ryan Donato is tripped. Penalty is going to be called here to the Panthers. We will have a Hawk power play when we return. 13:30 left in period number 1. Hawks and Panthers, no score. And this is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood prediction markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood prediction markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
This is Chris Chelios, and you're listening to Blackhawks hockey. Now back to the game.
Well, kind of an emotional moment here. They just had a nice little tribute to Troy Murray, wishing him well in his fight against cancer, and 21,000 people standing on their feet right now honoring Troy Murray. And Troy, if you're listening, and we hope you are, get well soon and get back in this chair.
Done right. Face off in the Panther zone in the circle to the left of Tarasov. And Nazar Wrenches the draw out of there to Bedard. To Levshunov at the line, deep slot to Bedard, top of the right circle. To Bertuzzi, bottom of the right circle. Back to Bedard against the right half boards. To Levshunov in the deep slot. To Burakovsky now left point. Holds a pass into the left circle. Nazar, quick sweep back to the deep slot. Levshunov to Bedard or to Bertuzzi beside the net. Caught it on the forehand. Went to the backhand. Looked like he hit Tarasov in the mask. And the puck is cleared down ice into the Hawk end.
I like that play, though, John. When they get it down low to Tyler Bertuzzi, just take it to the net yourself. And on the backhand, that can fool a lot of goaltenders. It's hard to read a backhand shot. He went upstairs. I think, as you mentioned, either hit him in the mask, maybe the shoulder. And that's what kept it out.
Well, score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving. 1:10 left on the Hawk power play. Between the circles, Hawk zone. Connor Bedard picks up the puck, and he'll carry through center. Over the Panther line, he made a back pass Burakovsky wasn't expecting, and this slips out to center ice. Sam Bennett works it free now to Evan Rodriguez over the Hawk line, top of the right circle. Reaching in, Levshunov poke checks the puck away, and now he's got it. He'll start the rush. 49 on the power play. Levshunov to Nazar, center ice on the right wing, to Bedard over the center ice circle, then over the Panther line. To Bertuzzi, left point, put it down to Bedard, left wing corner. He'll backhand the puck around up the far side. Nice play by Nazar to take it away momentarily, but then Ekblad took it back, shot it out to the line, and Levshunov caught the puck and tried to lift it down the glass. He ends up putting it up into the protective netting. So they're going to face it off in the circle to the left of Tarasov. Now 29 seconds left on the Hawk power play. No score.
One area of concern, and I wouldn't even say it's a huge area of concern for the Blackhawks, but over the last 6 games, 0 for 15 on the power play, which, isn't a ton of power play time, but still, they're 0 for over the last 6 games. And right now, just 1 shot so far on the power play.
Hawks control off the draw. Matt Grzelcyk still searching for his first Hawks goal. Deep slot. Moves it over. Top of the right circle, Lardis to Green in the slot. Now to Lardis. Back to Nick Foligno behind the net. To Lardis, right circle. And he fans on a pass. This slides over to Gustav Forsling, and he'll clear the puck down.
I think Nick Lardis was between, do I pass it to the middle where Ryan Green is, or do I shoot it myself? And he was kind of changing his mind right at the last second. As a result, fumbled the puck and an easy clear for Florida.
And A.J. Greer's out of the box. Panthers at full strength. Uvis Valinskas along the near boards. The Latvian-born player will lift it to center ice, and we get a whistle as the puck is knocked out of the air by a Florida high stick. So the Hawks 0 for 1 on the Sitco power play. No score, 11:20 left in period number 1.
And John, all Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circus Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
So we get a fresh 5 out there for the Hawks. Grzelcyk is going to stay on. He and Connor Murphy, I think, Steve, have been a very good, steady veteran pair.
I've been amazed at the way that both of those guys have played, and they're both so important to this team because, they're 2 of the older guys on the team, and they bring a lot of experience and so many youngsters, so many rookies in the lineup for the Blackhawks.
Now Jeff Petrie down the right wing into the Hawk zone. Shot it off the side of the net. Bounces out to Samoskevich in front. He ends up sending one wide. Here's Mikheyev battling in front of the Hawks bench with one of the Panthers. It's taken back and shot down ice by Cole Schwint. Taken back by the Hawks, then given back. Samoskevich high slot firing a shot. Connor Murphy got in front of that with a skate. Loose puck beside the net. And it's backhanded on goal. Turned out of there. That by Sam Bennett. And the near corner. Sandis Villaminis tried to flip the puck in front. Came to the near boards. Grzelcyk will chop it down ice down into the Panther zone. Nikola back to get it there. The pass head to Sam Bennett. And then he sent it back to Valinskas. And from the right side boards, he shot the puck unintentionally over the glass on a deflection. So they'll face it off back in the Panther zone in the circle to the right of Tarasov.
And that's what Florida is so good at, is smelling blood in the water. And if you turn the puck over in your own zone, they realize that. They take advantage. They know you're going to be out of position.
Yeah.
And they jumped on that loose puck. Ended up with 1 shot on the play. 1 went off the outside of the net, maybe even the post. So they dodged the bullet there. And this goes to show you the importance of puck management.
Panthers get control off the draw. Here's Verhaeghe to center ice on the left wing. Turns the puck over off a poke check. And now Crevier sent the puck ahead to Bedard into the Panther zone. He tried to wipe it through the skates of one of the Panthers and skate behind him and get it, but the play ends up being offside.
An intentional offside, so they're bringing the draw all the way back into the Chicago zone. You know, I talked with Tyler Miliotis in the pregame show about the new look line with Oliver Moore playing the left side. He's a right shot playing that left side. Now, he does take the faceoffs, and they're actually going to change that whole unit because it wasn't an icing, it was an offside. They can make that change. But he's in a one-time position, and Burakovsky being a left shot on the right side is in a one-time position. So watch for that to play out over the next 50 or so minutes.
Now it's going to be Nazar facing off with Evan Rodriguez. Rodriguez wins this one. Forsling pounds one from the line, and that deflects wide in the Hawk net. Loose puck in between the circles. Lardis, whose stick had broken, kicks the puck free to Green. To Nazar over the line, left wing side. Tried to backhand the puck in front for Louis Crevier, who was bolting to the net. But that's broken up by Forsling. Panthers attack. Rodriguez into the Hawk zone. Left circle to Ekblad. Right circle. Try to get a shot away. Partially blocked by Nazar. Vlasic sends Nazar over the Panther line down the left wing. Turns in the corner and goes down under a check there. Got the puck along the left wing boards. Lardis is there. Spins it down behind the Panther net. And Nazar checked off the puck by Forsling. Ekblad's got the puck, and he'll carry it out the center to Carter Verhaeghe, and he'll stick it down the boards behind the Hawk net. Spencer Knight stopping it back there. Levshunov, quick pass up the left wing side to Foligno, hands it off to Donato at center. The Slaggert breaking in over the Panther line to the right wing corner where he falls down. Flips it back to Levshunov at the point, but then Marchand took the puck away. He sticks it down into the Hawk zone, but darting back in front of Marchand is the Hawks' Wyatt Kaiser. Passes to center ice up the left wing to Foligno. He'll spin it down behind the Panther net. Tarasov out to play it up the far side. And Lou Osterinen is checked in the corner now by Nick Foligno as the puck comes free. And Anton Lundell spins it out to the line. Marchand's got it there. He'll stick the puck back into the Panther zone. Petrie will flip it over now. And Bjornfoot will stick it across and up the right wing side for Marchand. He shoved off the puck behind the net by Vlasic. Crevier got to the puck. Missing on a pass up ice. There's a race to the dots, and this is won by Uvis Balinskis. And icing is called against the Hawks. Uvis Balinskis, by the way, one of two Latvian players on this Florida Panther team that will play in the playoffs, or the Olympics for Latvia.
You know, I've seen him play a little bit, John. He's an underrated skill. I think the knock on him is that sometimes he tries some high-risk plays, and as a defenseman, that's typically a no-no, especially when you're early in your career. But he's got a lot of gumption, and he's got a little bit of skill to his game too.
I think he's got a great upside. He's certainly got some moxie too in it. You know,
he moved up in the lineup with Seth Jones out of the lineup. He's top four pairing with Nico Mikkola tonight.
Here's Sam Bennett at the Panther blue line, dropping the puck back into the Florida zone to Mikkola. Then up the right wing to Balinskis. Hands it ahead. Here's Bennett weaving into the Hawk zone with the right wing board. Put it out to the line. Balinskis sidesteps Dickinson. Put the puck to the slot. Taken away by Bertuzzi, taken back by Balinskis, leaves it in front to Chuck, and he fires, and down is Spencer Knight with a butterfly save. Several turnovers right there, nearly costly for the Hawks, but Spencer Knight shuts the door. No score, Hawks and Panthers, 8:01 left in the first. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Radio News at the top and bottom of the hour.
WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service means your car will be ready before you know it. You'll find yourself saying, already ready? With Jiffy Lube, you'll be in and out in a jiffy.
Well, your seat at the United Center is waiting. Blackhawks fans, you can now officially place your membership deposit for the 2026-27 season to receive early bird pricing, priority seating with presale access, and complimentary tickets to a select game this season. Place your deposit now at blackhawks.com/memberships.
Now, Ryan Green wins this face-off away from the Panthers' Cole Schwint. Hawks get the puck and then nearly give it back. Murphy took it away from A.J. Greer behind the Hawk net. Backhands it up the left wing, glass to center ice. And then a nice strip by Bedard from the Florida player Schwint. Put it into the high slot. Murphy fires. Turned out of there. Nice save by Tarasov with the left pad. Murphy to the puck along the right wing board. Spins it behind the net around to the left point. Bedard there. Slings it in on goal. Stick save made by Tarasov. Connor Murphy in deep to the left wing corner. Kept it alive behind the net now. But taken away by Greer. And up the right wing side to Schwint. Head to Samoskevich at center ice. He then lost the puck to the Hawks. Murphy will fire it back down the glass into the Florida zone. Oliver Moore has the puck between the skates in the left wing corner. Came out with it, tried to give it a Levshinoff in the high slot. Picked off by Samoskevich of the Panthers. And he'll backhand it deep into the Hawk zone behind the net. Levshinoff put a shoulder into Verhaeghe. Puck taken along the near side. Moore can't clear. Rodriguez took it away right circle and fires. That's knocked away by Spencer Knight with a blocker. Burakovsky crisscrossing in over the Panther line with Nazar. Then lost the puck in the high slot. Back the other way. Reinhart to center ice. To Rodriguez over the hot line. Top of the left circle. And doubling back with Burakovsky to poke check it away in a back-checking effort. In the near corner, Wyatt Kaiser will float the puck behind the net. And Levshinoff with a quick pass up the right side. Burakovsky sends it to Kaiser between the circles. He'll move it up the left wing side at center ice to Levshinoff, and he flings the puck down the left side dasher and in behind the Panther net to the far corner. And then Lou Ostorino was nearly stripped of the puck behind the Panther net by Landon Slager to the Hawks, but the Panthers are able to clear their end. And Ekblad firing it down the right side boards, deep into the Hawk zone far corner. Murphy dodges a hit there from Marchand. Pokes it ahead now to center ice. Little handoff by Donato to Foligno, who fired the puck down behind the Panther net. Slides around up the near side. And Lindell for the Panthers will flip it ahead, intended for Marchand. Bouncing puck taken away by Murphy. He spun it ahead and then got it back at the Hawk line and shot the puck across the rink. Ryan Donato tried to use a golf swing to knock it into the Panther zone, but instead it's shoved down in behind the Hawk net. And Lindell and Donato vied for the puck. It was taken away by Donato, who flipped it to center ice, then shot back in by Petrie. Down the boards it goes, ends up along the left side. And Villaminis will stick it in behind the net, around and up the near side. And take it away. And the Hawks' Ryan Donato will dump it down the right boards in behind the Panther net. Tarasov put it to the near corner, taken away by the Hawks. Here's a shot from Vlasic at the left point. That pinball's wide. A follow-up shot from Crevier from the right wing boards. Turned out of there by Tarasov. Here's Vlasic with another bomb from the left point. Stick save made by Tarasov. Again, Vlasic with a shot from the left point. This time, Tarasov will just glove it off the ice and hold on to it there like a second baseman picking up a hard ground ball. 4:57 left in period number one here at the United Center. Hawks and Panthers tied at no score. And this is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Muzo, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. When emergencies happen, who do you call? Broken pipe? Power outage? Furnace failure? No hot water? The answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. We guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. That's why over 30,000 customers have given us a 5-star Google review.
For all the right reasons, call 866 4 Seasons.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, which way is your waiting room?
Oh, you can stay in your car. It only takes 10 minutes.
I can stay in? Get out. I better find a good playlist to listen to while I wait. EDM? Nah. Oh, what about something classical? Nah. You got any suggestions?
Dad rock?
Now you speaking my language.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Nick Foligno. Break's over. Back to the game.
Thanks, Nick. And Blackhawk fans, bring in the new year by repping the Hawks anytime, anywhere. Our Centennial Chapter collections include everything from authentic jerseys and fresh hats to must-have hoodies and tees for every fan. Make sure to check out cbhshop.com for your one-stop shop for all official Chicago Blackhawks gear.
We get a face-off in the Panthers zone. This will be in the circle to Tarasov's left. Evan Rodriguez wins it for the Panthers. Ekblad lifts the puck down ice into the Hawk zone. Levshunov is able to track back and take it away from Verhaeghe. Here's to the Hawk line. Oliver Moore's got the puck. And he had it poke checked away at the Panther line by Ekblad. Head to Rodriguez across the Hawk line to the right point. Snaps it down behind the net intended for Verhaeghe. The Levshunov leaning on him forced him to give up the puck. Cleared to center ice by Kaiser. And then fired right back down the glass by Forsling in behind the Hawk net. Levshunov got it there to Kaiser near corner. Sixer pass up the left wing, not out. Picked off by Marchand. Marchand to the slot. He'll fire one over the net. Then got his own rebound left wing corner. Sends it behind the net. Verhaeghe put it out to the line. Belenskis with a shot. That goes wide. Puck caroms to the right circle, and Marchand will fire, and a glove save made by Spencer Knight, and he'll hold it. Shot was probably going over the net, but I would think Spencer Knight didn't like what he was seeing in front of him.
I was just about to say, John, he'd seen enough, and it came off a turnover again. And not that the Blackhawks are turning the puck over a lot, but the only chances Florida's had in this first period are off of direct turnovers from the Blackhawks. So Mike Kaiser's had a great period so far, but he made an ill-advised pass up the middle. It gets turned over, and as a result, they get a look. So you clean up that part of your game. I like everything else the Blackhawks have been doing.
Well, draw circle to the left of Knight. And Dickinson will face off against Lundell, who once again has been tossed off the dot by one of the linesmen. Dickinson against Luostarinen. And Luostarinen wins this draw. Marchand, top of the right circle, tried to get a shot away. Grizzlick stepped up on him to deflect it away to the corner. Here's Bertuzzi along the left wing boards. Hawkins tried to clear it out. Marchand took it away at the point, spun it across. Murphy clears it off the boards to center ice, and Marchand's got the puck in front of the benches now. Marchand trying to jockey past Bertuzzi at the Hawk blue line. That puck was into his skates. Bertuzzi's who got the puck over to Dickinson, then to Murphy at center ice on the right wing. He'll scale the puck down the boards into the Panther zone. Belenskis carries behind his net, then out up the left wing side to center ice. And he just strokes it down the boards into the Hawk zone. This circles the net to the near side. Grizzlick there, put it around up the right wing. Dickinson, Hawk blue line. He gains center ice. Sticks the puck down the boards behind the net to the left wing corner. Ilya Mikheyev there. To Bertuzzi, right wing corner, walks out, fires a tough angle shot, and Tarasov makes the save as he's leaning against the left post and took that one off of the chest and then gloved it off the ice. You know the rest. Face-off circle to his left.
Well, I like that thought process, too, by Tyler Bertuzzi. And we saw it in the power play, too. He gets it down low. He takes it to the net himself in the backhand. This time, forehand, taking it to the front of the net. He's only had 6 shots in his last 5 games. He's had 2 already in this first period. And, talked about it in the pregame with Charlie and even the keys to the game. He had 22 shots in the previous 5 games to that, and that's the time he had 5 goals in those 5 games.
Here's Vlasic in the left wing corner, Panther zone. Carries behind the net. Put it to the right side. Green will drop the puck to the right point intended for Crevier, but he had backed out into defensive position at center ice and has to flip the puck back into the Panther zone. Panthers get it back. Villamanis into the Hawk zone. Actually now to Tkachuk, high slot. He tried to pull back and fire. This deflects to the left wing corner. Bennett's got it. Crosses the slot, and the puck comes loose off of a poke check from Vlasic, covered by Spencer Knight. Now we get a little bit pushing and shoving. Vlasic in to reach into the V of the neck of the sweater of Matthew Tkachuk and just sort of muscle him out from in front of the net. And the linesmen jump in.
Didn't think the fact that they liked Matthew Tkachuk taking a whack at the puck, getting in close to the goaltender, and that's where Matthew Tkachuk plays most of his hockey. And I mentioned earlier, out of the lineup for an extended period of time with a sports hernia operation, and he's actually played pretty well since he's been back. In the 3 games back, he's had 3 assists. And of course, the last time he played regular hockey was in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Edmonton Oilers, scored the game-winning goal in that 5-1 win in Game 6.
And Matthew Tkachuk 1 assist away from career assist number 400. Donato now gains the Panthers zone to the left wing boards. Jumped over a check, tried to work the puck to the corner. Now Cole Schwint back to take it away. With Samoskevich at center ice on the right wing. He sticks the puck down behind the Hawk net. Knight leaves it to Murphy, far corner, hit by A.J. Greer. And now they battle for the puck against the inboards. Cole Schwint had it pulled off his stick by the Hawks' Ryan Donato. Head to center ice, Landon Slaggert. Sends Nick Foligno away over the Panther line to the right wing corner, but Jeff Petrie beat him to the puck. He'll hand it off, and here's Samoskevich back through center ice. In over the Hawk line, Samoskevich, top of the right circle, guns one toward the net, and it looked like Knight stopped it. It may have hit the far post. Hawks catch a break. Here's Burakovsky with a lead pass through the air down into the Panther zone. Oliver Moore beats all of the Panthers back to the dots to negate the icing. Moore in the right corner, put it to the right point, Levshunov. He moves it left point. Kaiser back to Levshunov again. Sends one toward the net. Blocked in front. Looked like it hit Oliver Moore, who was wrapped up in beside the net with Uvis Belinskas. Now behind the net, Petrie is able to snag the puck away from Moore. Move it around up the right wing. Reinhardt at center ice. Hands it off to Evan Rodriguez, a Boston University product. He'll fire one in from the hot blue line. That's into the glove of Spencer Knight. He went to BC. He drops the puck behind the net, and Levshunov clears to center ice. The Panthers get it back in their end. Hawks in the line change.
Last couple of shifts, Nazar's played with Burakovsky and Moore. Bedard was playing between Green and Lardis. So the early experiment, maybe switching lines around. I think he's just doing it on the fly right now. Jeff Blashill just trying to find a winning combination.
Lindell behind the Hawk net, put the puck to the left point. And Nicola fires from there. Not much on it. Deflects wide. Marchand took it back in the high slot. Lost the puck in the skates of Dickinson there. Mikheyev picks it up. Moves it ahead. Dickinson over the Panther line to the right wing. He ran headlong into a hip check, but moves the puck there to Mikheyev, who backhands the puck over the Panther net. Quickly cleared by Lusterinen down into the Hawk zone off a deflection off the stick of Lindell. Murphy back to get it. We're under a minute to play here in period number 1. No score, Hawks and Panthers. At the Panther blue line, Gustav Forsling chops the puck back into the Hawk zone. Vlasic there. Quick pass up the right wing side. Mikheyev over the Panther line with 19. Moves it to the left point. Murphy there. He'll spin it back in behind the net. Taken away by Ekblad. Put it back up the near side, and Grzelcyk will poke the puck to center ice. Murphy's got it with 6. Firing it down the glass in behind the Panther net around to the near side. Ekblad caught it, and that's where the period will come to an end. 20 minutes are in the books. Hawks and Panthers tied at no score. Shots even at 7 apiece. And this kind of looks like, Steve, a road effort on the part of a Florida Panther team. They're in the last game of a 3-game road trip. They go back to Florida tomorrow after staying the night here in Chicago. But they played last night in Minnesota, and you mentioned they got in late. They might be a little bit road weary, but I'm sure this period helped them get the bus legs out.
Yeah, playing it close to the vest. And I mentioned it earlier, and I'll say it again. I think the only time the Blackhawks got into any kind of trouble is when they turned the puck over in their own zone. When they were coming out cleanly, they were really controlling the play. And I'd say of the 7 shots, 5 of them came off of turnovers from the Blackhawks and then getting stuck in their own zone. So all in all, though, I think the Blackhawks are relatively happy with that first period. Not a lot of second and third opportunities. I like the fact that Tyler Bertuzzi with a couple of shots, at least by my count, 2 of the 7 shots came off the stick of number 59. So, all in all, you just keep wearing away at this team. You mentioned they're a tired team. Maybe by halfway through the game into the third period, they start to show a little more fatigue.
I'm sure you've seen this in your career, Steve. Line shuffling I know sometimes players do not like to be taken off of one line, put onto another. They feel like, what are we doing here? But sometimes that creates real opportunity.
Well, I think, guys tend to communicate a little more just because they're playing with new guys and they realize, hey, we're not just reading each other. We got to talk to each other.
Well, one of the guys who I think might see that opportunity is the guy we're talking about here today. And it's Blackhawks forward Andre Burakovsky. Burr, we really appreciate your time here at the intermission. Opportunity. You get a chance to play with Connor Bedard and Oliver Moore. How do you see it?
No, it's good. It's two really skilled guys, a lot of speed. So we just can keep putting pucks behind them, win the foot race, and think we can do some damage behind their D for sure.
Andre, I mentioned the only chances it seemed that Florida got were off of turnovers from the Blackhawks coming out of their own zone. Is that the way it looked from the bench?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a few times where we lose the puck at the blue lines, and then, the transition the puck really quick. So we can eliminate that. We can turn the puck over. If we don't have anything, put it behind. If you have a play, make it for sure. But we're just going to stop with the turnovers.
Andre, I know part of your responsibility as a forward is to back check. And, I know you know right where I'm going with that. How does that create opportunity for you against this team?
We're all going to back check. It's a part of the game. Like I said, they're dangerous with the rush. It's important that we get all players back, and then we eliminate time and space for them. So then we can win the puck back in transition, and we're obviously a very fast team, so we can hurt them that way for sure.
Yeah, Andre, just one last quick question. Is it helpful to the centerman to have a right winger like you who shoots left and a left winger like Oliver Moore who shoots right, so you can maybe give them the one-time opportunity in the offensive zone?
Yeah, you can see it that way for sure. I don't know if we're thinking about that when we're out there. I think we just want to make plays, and whoever has the best opportunity, we want to give the puck to that guy. So if it happens to be a one-timer, then great. But I don't think we think about that too much when we play.
Yeah. All right. Well, Andre, thank you for being our guest here in the intermission, man. Go get some fluids. Go get them in the second period.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. Andre Burakovsky, our guest. After one period, Hawks and Panthers tied at no score. Charlie's going to be along here in just a moment with a full intermission report, and that's going to be followed by second period action. It's a close one here. It's dead even in just about every way. 7-7 the shots on goal, but scoreless on the scoreboard. Hawks and Panthers. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. I've seen a lot of stat sheets in my career, but when it comes to beer, these numbers jump off the page. Flight by Yuengling, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and brewed with crisp, refreshing flavor. That's not just light beer, it's light beer with game, and it's brewed by the oldest brewery in America. Bottom line, if you care about performance and taste, Flight by Yuengling brings both. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Your heart. You'd never think to purposely stop it from pumping. I'm Tara. And when my team at Northwestern Medicine discovered a deadly malformation in my brain, my cardiologist and neurosurgeon said the only way to treat it was by stopping my heart. And that's exactly what they did. 12 times.
Anchored by Northwestern Memorial Hospital, nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Tara's unique condition required a unique team. Collaborating like never before, her team temporarily stopped Tara's blood flow, allowing the catheter to more easily travel through her veins to reach and obliterate the brain malformation.
Stopping my heart saved my life. You don't hear that every day.
Because what makes us better makes you better. Northwestern Medicine. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Petarinos is celebrating 25 years as the heartbeat of the Loop. Join them for weekly lunch specials, including their mouth-watering Italian beef and soon-to-be famous seared yellowfin tuna sandwich with yuzu lemon aioli. Hear jazz every Monday night or try Sunset Sips in the Loop, 2 to 5 and 8 p.m. to close Monday through Friday. Heated patio is open, so bring your pups and enjoy catering from Petarinos Pasticceria, offering breakfast sandwiches to house-made pastas. Visit petarinos.com to place your order.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
Here at the United Center, the Blackhawks and Panthers squaring off, and we have played 20 minutes between the two teams, and we have a 0-0 score through one period of play. Shots on goal, 7-7. Pretty uneventful first period between the two teams, between the Blackhawks and Florida Panthers. The over-under, according to Circa Sports, the odds was the first period over-under was 1.5, and the under ended up hitting at -102. Circa Sports Illinois, every time the Blackhawks win this season, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get an $100 credit on the Circa app. See the Blackhawks contest page for details. Let's get to some scores around the NHL. 3 of them have gone final of the 5 outside of the one going on here at the United Center. We start in the afternoon game where the Colorado Avalanche took down the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1. It was the Maple Leafs that actually gave Colorado an overtime loss in their building just a few weeks ago. The Colorado Avalanche returning the favor. Brock Nelson led the way for the Avalanche with his 5th career NHL hat trick. So great to see there. On Toronto's end, there was no William Nylander for the 5th consecutive game. He was out because of a groin injury. We'll see if this is going to be something that lingers into the Olympics for him, as he's supposed to represent Team Sweden in a couple weeks. The Seattle Kraken defeated the New Jersey Devils 4-2 earlier today. Jack Hughes found the back of the net in the loss for the New Jersey Devils, but it was Seattle that picked up the win. It was just their 3rd victory in the last 10 games for the Kraken. And then the Ottawa Senators rolled past the Vegas Golden Knights 7-1. There were 5 multi-point scores for the Ottawa Senators. One of them was Brady Tkachuk, the brother of Matthew, who is here at the United Center tonight. Brady had 3 assists in the victory. On Vegas's end, the lone goal was scored by Rasmus Andersson, his first goal as a Vegas Golden Knight after he was acquired a week and a half ago from the Calgary Flames. And then final bow on the Vegas Golden Knights, Mark Stone and Jack Eichel went into this game tonight with an extended point streak. Stone 14-game point streak, Jack Eichel with an 11-game point streak. Neither of them got on the score sheet in this game, so both of those point streaks have come to an end. How about the Pittsburgh Penguins? They are rolling in Vancouver right now, 3-0. Ben Kindle is leading the way for the Penguins with 2 goals. The Penguins are on track right now to sweep their 4-game road trip. They are 3-0 in the first 3 games, outscoring opponents 16-6 in those first 3 games. And the Penguins, if they win this game, they'll improve to 5-0-2 in their last 7 games. The Canucks, on the other hand, are 1-10-2 in their last 13. And then finally, the Anaheim Ducks are in Calgary tonight to take on the Flames. That game is the puck is going to drop in a few minutes here. The Ducks are 6-0 in their last 6 games after going 0-8-1 in their previous 9. So we'll see if they can look to stay hot. Elsewhere in sports, the NFL playoffs, NFC Championship game is currently going on right now. The Rams are leading the Seahawks 13-10 in the second quarter. In the AFC Championship game earlier today, the Patriots defeated the Denver Broncos 10-7 in a snowy Denver to advance to the Super Bowl. And then finally, the PGA Tour, American Express in California. It was the opening event for the PGA Tour this year. And Scottie Scheffler, he did not miss a beat, shooting 27 under par to win his first start of the season. With the win, Scheffler became the 2nd fastest player to 20 career PGA Tour wins. Meanwhile, here at the UC, the Hawks and Panthers are still looking for the first goal of the game. We'll take a quick break and break down that first period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
In 2026, make a resolution to better care for yourself and those you love. At Rogers & Holland's Family Jewelers, the Year of You sales event means great deals on jewelry and watches for milestone moments. Make this the year you choose what matters with Rogers & Holland's. Celebrate the Year of You in stores and online at fornowandforever.com. That's fornowandforever.com.
Rogers and Holland, for now and forever.
The action is heating up. The NFL playoff race is in full swing. College Bowl season is here, and there's never been a better moment to jump into the action with Circa Sports Illinois. Circa delivers high limits, low holds, and unmatched customer service, built for people who want to win big. From NBA and NHL action to college bowls and the NFL playoff push, Circa Sports has you covered. Don't wait. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app today at circasports.com.
What matters most when choosing a financial partner? Great rates? Confidence your financial data secure? Being treated like more than just an account number. Consumers Credit Union delivers all that and then some. As a not-for-profit credit union, their focus is on you, not profits through fees or less personal service. They're in your corner, helping you reach your goals every step of the way. Join today and become a part owner. Your success is their success. Learn more at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
For the lowest gas prices in Chicagoland, visit WGNradio.com/gas prices. Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
First intermission here at the United Center. 0-0 score through one period between the Blackhawks and Panthers. Not much going on, honestly, in that first period. Really, the only notable event, I guess, that happened was the power play that the Blackhawks had going into the first TV timeout. And unfortunately, it still looked a little discombobulated. Just 2 shot attempts, 1 shot on goal, 1 scoring chance, 1 high danger chance on it for the Blackhawks. That's an area that's kind of slowed up a little bit for the Blackhawks. We know how solid the penalty kill has been for Chicago all season long, emerging to number 1 in the entire NHL in that department. The power play has been right there inside the top 10 for a majority of the season as well, but it just hasn't been clicking on the same level that we saw earlier in the season, particularly the last few weeks. And we know the Hawks have been dealing with some injuries. Tara Vinden's been out of the lineup for 6 games now. Frank Nazar was gone for a month. He's reinserted back into the lineup. Andre Burakovsky missed a recent game because of an illness. So there's been a lot of moving parts on the power play where the Hawks haven't been really able to get a consistent rotation there. And so I wonder if that's playing a little bit of a role, but we know the 3 power plays that they had against the Tampa Bay Lightning the other night, and they weren't able to capitalize on those 3 power plays. They happened in the first period against Tampa Bay, and they weren't able to capitalize. So it's going to be important for Chicago to try to, if nothing else, if they can't find the back of the net on those power plays, just make sure that they're generating some momentum. But right now, it doesn't seem like they're getting many chances for the Blackhawks. So hopefully if they do get opportunities moving forward, they'll be able to capitalize, especially against a Florida Panthers team that got in very late last night to Chicago because they had a late 8:20 puck drop in Minnesota last night. And then tonight's game is a 6 o'clock puck drop. So it's essentially a 22-hour turnaround. But because of the travel or because of the weather issues overnight, they weren't able to get to Chicago pretty late. So they potentially have some tired legs. So if you're the Blackhawks, the longer this game goes, the more I think it benefits you because the Hawks will have the fresher of the legs having not played last night and being an off day. So we'll see if the Blackhawks can take advantage of that in the second and third periods. Through one period between the Blackhawks and Panthers, we're still looking for that first goal. Maybe we'll get it in the second period. That's coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get 0.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end February 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Marquette Bank has been helping small business owners for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you have a partner for your business. Whether you need a small business loan, help with cash management, or help with your personal banking, Marquette Bank is here to support your business. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Right now, hockey fans across the city are struggling to fill the fridge. That's why the Salvation Army is here to assist those in need all season long. Our friends at the Salvation Army are seeing unprecedented demand in their communities, the communities they've served for decades, with more people walking through the doors in search of emergency support. Your support this year is more important than ever. Go to the John Williams Kettle at WGNradio.com. Let's help make a difference today.
Labor unions are the backbone of our country. Unions protect members and help them lead healthier lives. That's why United Healthcare provides active and retired labor union members access to quality healthcare benefits. As a trusted resource, the dedicated team will help Taft-Hartley and multi-employer funds find the right combination of health benefits. Visit uhc.com/unions for more information. Quality healthcare coverage for labor unions. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company of Illinois or their affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Rebelliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center where the Blackhawks and Panthers are getting ready for the second period to start. The Hawks this season have 16 wins when tied through one period, which I guess is the 8th best record. Is that correct? 8th best record in the NHL during that stretch? Okay, I guess that's a good omen. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. As we go back over to John and Steve for the start of the second.
All right, thank you, Charlie. We would advise anybody that might be on the roadways this evening, please exercise caution. I drove in from the western suburbs, Steve, and I don't mind that journey, but it can be fraught with really tough road conditions at times.
You know what fools me? I see, they put the salt down and the pavement's wet, so you figure, okay, I'm going to have traction, but little do we know there's ice under that wet snow.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I find myself slipping sometimes. So, yeah. It's always a good idea just to slow down just a little bit more than you think you need to.
Absolutely. Here. Well, you can tell by those puck sounds that we're underway here in period number 2. Panthers have the puck in their end. Here is Sandis Vilminis dumping it down the boards behind the Hawk net. There to get the puck, Oliver Moore. Around Andre Burakovsky, right wing side. Lead pass now to Vlasic. He's over the Panther line down to the left wing corner. Nico Mikkola leaning on him. Vlasic goes down awkwardly, but fortunately back up on his feet and okay as the play continues in the far corner. Panthers get it back and clear their end. Sandis Vilminis to center ice. Over the Hawk line, left wing side. Got by Crevier, moves in and fires, and a save is made by Knight with the chest. But the whistle blows, and Louis Crevier is going to get the gate here. I believe hooking will be the call. Panthers go to the power play.
46 Chicago minor penalty hooking.
Yeah, it was on Vilminis, who I think showed Crevier maybe a little bit of speed he wasn't expecting. Vilminis, rookie in the NHL, hasn't played a lot of hockey, so not a real book on him. And big number 95 just took it to the outside and kind of walked around Louis Crevier. Louis at the last second got a sticking on him. Vilminis still got the shot off. So first opportunity on the power play for the Florida Panthers tonight.
Now, we don't see Louis get caught flat-footed too often. I think he reads the play coming at him pretty well, Steve. I mean, you're a former defenseman in the NHL. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, he angles as well as anyone on this back end for the Blackhawks, and you can use your size to an advantage in that respect. But I don't think he was expecting the crossover speed there from Vilminis.
Well, Panthers' first power play, face-off circle to the right of Knight. Green wins it. Murphy in the corner, pucks the puck behind the net. Kaiser had it stripped off his stick by Sam Bennett. Panthers get control. Balinskis in the deep slot to Reinhart, top of the left circle. Now to Matthew Tkachuk, back of the net. Put it away to the right wing boards to Marchand. He had the game winner last night to Tkachuk to the left circle. Bennett whips it over the right wing half boards. Marchand there. Put it down to the right wing corner. And Tkachuk put it in front for Reinhart with a point blank shot. That's turned out of there by Knight. And then Kaiser with a great play along the near corner boards. Backhands the puck up the glass and out to center ice, forcing the Panthers to regroup. And then Marchand fell down at the Hawk blue line, lost the puck to Ryan Green, but the Panthers take it back. And back into the Hawk zone, Sam Bennett, top of the left wing circle, will move in and fire, and Connor Murphy turns sideways to block that. Bennett got the puck back left corner to Balinskis at the line. Over to Marchand, right circle, shot it across the rink, take it away. Oh, and then Wyatt Kaiser dove in front of a pass and laid the shaft of his stick on the ice to knock this puck away. Panthers get it back and then give it back. Mikheyev spat it over the line. It was held in, actually not held in by Balinskis. He grabbed it and put the puck back into the Hawk zone, putting the Panthers offside. So pretty effective penalty killing there.
Yeah, John, good pickup on the Kaiser dive because that was a one-time opportunity for Brad Marchand, and instead Wyatt Kaiser anticipated that pass through the box, and the only way he was going to get it is by diving, and diving head first, extending that stick, just broke it up at the last second. Wyatt Kaiser's had a real strong game here defensively for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Horsling dumps the puck down the glass behind the Hawk net. Knight stopping it there to Vlasic. He'll stick it back up that same boards and glass to center ice, forcing the Panthers to regroup. Carter Verhaeghe back into the Hawk zone. Evan Rodriguez down the right wing side. Turned over the puck behind the net. And there's Artem Levshunov to rip it around the right wing boards and down. We're down to 23 seconds left on the Panther power play. Rodriguez to center ice. Give it ahead Anton Lundell into the Hawk zone. Lundell to the right wing corner. Strokes it behind the net around to the left point. Carter Verhaeghe playing the puck there. Put it into the left circle. Samoskevich with a shot. Turned out of there by Knight. 5 seconds left on the Florida power play. Samoskevich now left wing half board. To Verhaeghe at the line. Hawks come to full strength out of the box. Crevier. Verhaeghe played the puck back over the blue line to center ice, and Gustav Forsling of the Panthers dumps it down beside the Hawk net. Vlasic's got it there. Quick pass ahead for Bedard. Panther blue line was into his skates. Back to the Hawk end come the Panthers. Rodriguez pulls up in the left circle and fires a shot. Turned away by Knight. Hawks get the puck back. Connor Bedard to center ice up the right wing. Will lift it down off the right corner. Glass and in behind the Panther net. Nick Lardis went in to get it, but he was pushed off the puck there by Ekblad. And the puck is shot around by Mikkola into the Hawk zone. Murphy caught it in the far corner. He eludes a check from A.J. Greer. He's able to get the puck to Connor Bedard in the far corner. He stops on a dime to let Greer go by and put it behind the net to Murphy. Passing up the right wing side. Nick Lardis center ice. Sends a tumbling puck down to the right wing corner Panther zone. Jeff Petrie in to get it. Hit by Lardis as he put the puck up the boards. It's held in by Louis Crevier right point. Pins it down behind the net. Lardis in the left wing corner. Flips it back behind around to Crevier right point again. He'll send the puck down behind the Panther net. It was intended for Foligno, but it rolls to Bennett instead. Bennett with a pass up the left wing. Petrie through center ice over the Hawk line. He'll cut through the high slot and send one down toward the net. Deflected wide by Tkachuk. Kaiser in behind the net, battling with Tkachuk. Wins the battle for the puck and put it up the right wing side to Slaggert. Now it's center ice to Donato. To Crevier over the Panther line on the left wing. He runs into a check, but actually knocks Petrie away from the puck. Hawks get it back in behind the net. Foligno put it around to the far corner. It was intended for Vlasic. Picked off by Petrie of the Panthers. And he'll clear down the Hawk blue line as the Panthers get a line change.
Another great example of good defense from Kaiser, just getting to loose pucks first. And that time he beat, watch this.
Levshunov got by a check over the Panther line and fires from the right wing side. Shoulder save by Tarasov, and a follow-up shot from Bertuzzi for the left wing boards is gloved off the ice by Tarasov, and a face-off will ensue in the circle of Tarasov's right. Still no score.
Like to see a little bit more of that from Artie Levshunov. Just a great one-on-one rush. Uses his big body, his speed, his escapability, and gets a good shot in it. Prior to that, though, talking about Wyatt Kaiser, getting to loose pucks before other players, and that time he beat Matthew Tkachuk, who looked like he was closer to the puck. the number 444 comes up with it. And, just the little things that end up being big things by the end of a game. And Wyatt Kaiser now 4 or 5 times defensively has just had some gems.
From the draw to the right of the Panther net, Panthers get control. Verhaeghe at his blue line. Lifts the puck through the air to the Hawk blue line. Kaiser took it away there. Head to Dickinson at center ice on the left wing. He shot it rink wide. Ilya Mikheyev driving it down into the Panther zone, and it's caught by Bertuzzi in the far corner. He is summarily tripped by Aaron Ekblad, and the Hawks are going back to the Citgo power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citgo. Download the app now to start saving, and here's why.
Number 5, Florida's got a minor for tripping.
Just as I thought.
Aaron Ekblad, good call, John. Aaron Ekblad off for tripping, and Aaron Ekblad, one of the penalty killers out there for Florida. So an opportunity here for the Blackhawks, and they start their second unit, the Nick Foligno unit out there. So let's see what they can get done. Mentioned earlier, no power play goals over the last 6+ games, and if you're going to win the special teams battle, you're going to probably win 80% of your hockey games.
I'd like to see the captain connect here. Face-off circle to the right of Tarasov. Panthers get control. Forsling behind the net, driving the puck up the left wing boards down into the Hawk end. And Matt Grzelcyk will control it behind the Hawk net. Grzelcyk skates out with the puck up the left wing, drops it behind himself to the oncoming Oliver Moore to center ice to Ryan Green. Flips it down the boards behind the Panther net, caught in the left wing corner by Foligno. And he ran into Moore, lost the puck. It's shoveled to center ice by Luostarinen. Grzelcyk took the puck back Hawk blue line. Head to Nick Lardis, Panther line right wing. He strokes it down behind the net into the left wing corner. Puck pops out. Green had it for a moment, lost it. Puck taken away by Lundell of the Panthers. He clears it all the way down, and the teams will make line changes. Here's Grzelcyk out from behind the Hawk net, left wing to the Hawk blue line, dropping the puck there, Andre Burakovsky. Through center, put it in over the Panther line on the left wing side, intended for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi runs into Petrie behind the net. Then the puck is shot around the glass and out of play by Bjornfoot. Whistle stopping play. By the way, the Blackhawks were able to kill that Florida Panther power play. They came back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics, on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
Now, we haven't talked a lot about Daniil Tarasov, and he's won his last 3 games for the Florida Panthers, a .943 save percentage in doing so, and he's been pretty rock solid so far in this hockey game.
Draw one by the Hawks. Bedard's got the puck at the right point with 55 on the power play, moves in top of the right circle, and guns a shot toward the net. Kind of looked like Tarasov got his glove on that and deflected that one up and out of play. We have not been able to confirm whether Daniil Tarasov is a descendant of Anatoly. And in Russian, they call him Tarasov, but I digress. He was the father of Russian hockey.
Oh, I know the name.
Yeah.
And of course, I think he studied, Vladislav Tretiak studied under Tarasov.
He did indeed.
You know what? There's a thing called the internet and Google, and I think maybe, next TV timeout, I'm going to do that.
Let's see if we can find out. Meanwhile, back in the Panther zone, Nazar takes a pass from Bertuzzi from the left wing boards. Nazar standing in the slot, could not get a shot away. Burakovsky left point. Snaps the puck down behind the Panther net. This deflects through instead to Forsling. And the former Hawk, now current Panther defenseman, will clear the puck all the way down. 20 seconds on the Hawk power play. Levshunov leading the rush to center ice. Drops the puck behind himself to the oncoming Connor Bedard. Breaking through center over the Panther line right wing. Sends it left point. Kaiser, high slot now. Levshunov to Nazar, top of the right circle. Drives one toward the net. Blocked. Held in nicely now by Kaiser. Skates away to the right point with 3 seconds on the power play. Then fires. And Tarasov blocks that. Puck is cleared off the far boards and down by Schwint. Panthers come to full strength. Hawks 0 for 2 in the Citgo power play.
Another good play by Wyatt Kaiser. Almost had one redirected in front from a smart play.
Puck turned over at center ice to the Panthers. They come right into the Hawk zone, led by Bennett, who fires a wrist shot in on goal. And a glove save is made by Spencer Knight. And then when Knight dropped the puck, there was Matthew Tkachuk to poke it into the Hawk net. That's kind of a no-no. The boys take exception. All right, 12:34 left in the second period. Hawks and Panthers, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field.
Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Save big on everything for your next project now at Menards. Upgrade your home with Floors of Distinction laminate flooring. It's easy to install and durable enough to handle an active household. The Woodruff Series is a waterproof laminate flooring that features an attached pad for sound reduction and added comfort. On sale today for $229 a square foot. Good through February 8th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey Hawks fans, this is Connor Murphy. Let's get back to the action.
Now back to the game.
Thanks, Murph. Who's Hot, Who's Not is sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. And Who's Hot? How about the Pittsburgh Penguins? Looking for a 4-game sweep in their Western Conference swing. They're up 3-1 currently in the Vancouver Canucks. They just beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-2 in Edmonton. Sidney Crosby, 3 goals, 5 assists in his last 5 games. Who's not? The Vancouver Canucks penalty kill. They have allowed 13 power play goals the last 11 games. They have truly the last place team in the entire NHL. Keep in mind the Blackhawks have only given up 2 power play goals in their last 11 games.
So much promise there in Vancouver. Such a disappointing season for them so far. You wonder how soon the sale will begin.
Yeah, I was just about to say there'll be a fire sale, if not just before the Olympic break, as certainly after the Olympic break.
Jim Rutherford, one of the savvier longtime general managers in the National Hockey League. I'm sure he's got a couple deals on the cooker. Here's Nick Foligno to the left wing corner, Panther zone. Stopping there, spins it behind the net, around to the right point, but Matthew Tkachuk took it away. Shoves the puck rink wide. Bennett into the right wing corner, Hawk zone. Turns and flips it back into the high slot for Tkachuk, but that pass sailed over his stick and banks down into the Panther zone. Hawks make a line change. Here's Gustav Forsling moving out up the left wing to center ice. Strokes it down behind the Hawk net. Mikheyev caught it in the far corner and spun it behind the net. And then it's taken by Andrei Burakovsky, who tried to drive it around. Actually, Matt Grizzly, excuse me, folks. And this goes all the way down. Icing is the call instead. This will bring the faceoff back in the Hawk zone in the circle of Spencer Knight's left.
And tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yuengling. Crisp, refreshing, and only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer.
Jason Dickinson on the draw against Evan Rodriguez of the Panthers. And Dickinson wins this one to Murphy. He'll escape behind the net. Bank pass up the right wing. Mikheyev at the hot blue line. Shoving it ahead at center ice. Dickinson crisscrossing there with Bertuzzi over the Panther line. Dickinson to the right wing board, spun it down to the area behind the net, but Evan Rodriguez doubling back for Florida. He'll carry out the center ice. Gave it ahead to Verhaeghe over the Hawk line, right wing half boards. He turned the puck over to Dickinson, who poked it behind the Hawk net to Murphy. Murphy with a pass ahead for Mikheyev. Off his stick and down deep into the left wing corner Panther zone. Mikheyev eliminates Ekblad from the puck so that Bertuzzi can poke it behind the net. At the right point now, Levshunov will spin it back in behind the net. Left wing corner, Kaiser cutting in to take it away there. Bertuzzi sends it back around. Levshunov along the right wing boards. Send it back to Bertuzzi behind the net. Now to Levshunov right point. Backs up, fires a wrist shot that goes wide on a deflection. Bedard from the left wing corner tried to center. Instead, this deflects to the Panthers, and Verhaeghe to center ice will clear it down as the Panthers will get a line change. Now Levshunov missing on a pass up the right wing intended for Burakovsky. Picked off by Lundell of the Panthers. Put it in behind the Hawk net. Levshunov sent it over to Kaiser. He lifts it through the air and down ice and right in on Tarasov, the goalkeeper in Florida. He'll move it up the left wing to Lundell. Rink wide pass Marchand. Breaks into the Hawk zone and fires from the high slot. And that's into the glove of Spencer Knight, and he'll hold it. As Jeff Petrie goes for a tumble over Spencer Knight. And no damage done. Face-off will stay in the Hawk zone.
Well, Spencer Knight, of course, drafted and played the first part of his career with these Florida Panthers and wasn't really going to get the opportunity to play with Sergei Bobrovsky being their number one guy. So an excellent trade by Kyle Davidson during last season. Saw Spencer Knight come to the Blackhawks, plus a first-round pick this year. And as Charlie Meliodas mentioned in his pregame show, if that happened today, that pick would be 16th overall, which it would be a pretty good pick. So both teams ended up winning on that trade. Yeah. That very rarely happens in today's NHL, but both teams really happy with who they got.
Azar down the left wing, Panther zone, moves in on goal and fires, and a save made by Tarasov with the shoulder. Now we get a whistle and a hand pass called here against the Hawks. 9:51 left in period number 2. Hawks and Panthers, no score. And this is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
It's Ryan Donato. Listen to John Landecker, weeknights at 7 on WGN Radio.
When you shop for a new Chevy at Bob Josh Chevrolet, you'll be more than happy. You'll be Jossified. That's the feeling you get when you enjoy outstanding savings from Bob Josh Chevrolet in Auburn. Right now, save on a new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 with 1.9% APR financing. Bob Josh Chevrolet in Auburn next to Reams Meat Market. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Plus tax, title, license, and doc fee to qualified buyers with approved credit. See dealer for details. Expires 2/2/26. Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com.
At Mom and Law, we know that when nursing home and assisted living facilities become careless, someone has to read between the lines. Bed sores, broken bones, medication errors, unexplained deaths. The signs are there, but nursing homes or assisted living facilities hope you won't find them. We've spent over 30 years making facilities answer for every single one. The good news, justice isn't just possible, it's within reach. Call us at 888-MOM-AND-LAW or visit momandlaw.com.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Well, thanks, Chris. And hey, Blackhawks fans, don't miss a moment of the action. Be the first to know about breaking news, exclusive ticket offers, and exciting retail drops. All delivered straight to your phone. Sign up today for Blackhawks text alerts. Just text BHawks to 242-957.
Now, this is the Four Seasons Face-Off, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. Hawks get control. Now in the Panther zone, A.J. Greer checks Nick Lardis off the puck and hands it over, and Schwint will clear down to the Hawk blue line. Here's Greer into the Hawk zone, left wing side. Lost the puck off a poke check from Murphy. Took it back along the left wing boards. Sweeps it behind the net around to the right point to Uvis Balinskis, and he'll spin it back in behind. Schwentz tried to put it into the high slot and did, and Mikko fires from there. Poked away with a blocker save now by Knight. Kaiser clears the puck up the boards, not out, and then Kaiser got it back. He'll skate at the center ice. Gives the puck over to Green, but he lost the puck on a poke check from Balinskis. At the Florida line, Uvis Balinskis breaking back through center over the Hawk line, right circle, and fires, and a glove save made by Spencer Knight, and the boys all gather around Uvis Balinskis. And now A.J. Greer battling beside the Hawk net with Wyatt Kaiser. You see A.J. Greer mouthing something to Kaiser. Kaiser just shaking his head. Somebody will go see A.J. Greer. It might be Captain Nick Foligno, who had a bout with Greer down in the season opener down in Florida.
Yeah, that's right. Right there, Greer was talking to the referee because he just wasn't happy with Balinskis getting roughed up after the shot. And I think the Blackhawks doing a really good job of making sure nobody comes close to Spencer Knight, especially after he's covered the puck up. The Florida Panthers known for getting a lot of greasy goals, rebound goals, goals from the blue paint. And they want to make sure that that doesn't happen on their watch.
Now, Sam Bennett has been tossed off the dot and taking the draw for the Panthers. This is going to be Bill Minnis. He wins it out to the line. Ekblad fires a shot over the net off the glass. Bill Minnis got it back to Ekblad, right circle, strokes it on goal. Butterfly save made by Knight. Ekblad again, right wing corner. To Tkachuk, left wing corner. Put it out to the left point. Forsling will fire the puck back down behind the Hawk net. And a good play by Vlasic to keep the puck away from Bill Minnis. Ahead now to Slaggert at center ice, then to Foligno in front of the Hawks bench. Gave it ahead to Slaggert. He chops the puck into the Panther zone. And Sandus Bill Minnis will take it back and flip it back into the Hawk end. There to get it. Vlasic, quick pass ahead now to Donato at center ice. Tried to give the puck to Oliver Moore into the Panther zone, doubling back Sam Bennett. They'll move it over on the right wing sideboards to Ekblad, who then shot the puck out to center ice up the left wing to Reinhart. He decides to flip it back into the Panther zone. And now Forsling at center ice will drive it down the glass behind the Hawk net. Picked up in the far corner, Carter Verhaeghe. Leaving it there for Rodriguez. Tried to fire one from an angle toward the Hawk net. Picked off by the Hawks. Bedard put it between the circles. Vlasic to Burakovsky. Hawk line left wing. Sent it on the right wing to Bedard over the Panther line. He stops and then lost the puck off his stick. Rodriguez will take it back. Skates in front of his net. Then ahead to the Hawk line where he shot a pass ahead for Verhaeghe. And this deflects down behind the Hawk net. Grzelcyk there to take it. Put it into the near corner. Connor Murphy. Murphy with a lead pass up the left wing. Oliver Moore center ice. At the Panther blue line, he'll flip it down in behind the net, try to go get it. He did. He digs it out to the left wing corner for Bedard. Smothered by a check from Mikkola, but frees himself. Got it to Burakovsky in the left wing corner. He put the puck there intended for Moore, who'd run into one of the referees. And Mikkola escapes with the puck. Mikkola to center ice, left wing side. Firing it down the boards behind the net. Stopped by Spencer Knight. Now the Grzelcyk, little bump pass ahead to Dickinson. And the Bertuzzi center ice. And now he just shoves it back into the Hawk zone. Murphy's got the puck. Over to Grzelcyk. Quick pass Bertuzzi over the Panther line. Left circle. Drop pass Dickinson. Top of the circle. Fires. Tarasov makes the save with the glove. And he holds on to it. We get a whistle stop and stopping play. 6:41 left in the second period of a scoreless game. I'm laughing because, Steve, it's trying to describe the actions of the Keystone Cops. At times, the play, especially with a tired hockey team, can really degenerate quickly.
Yeah, but I really like that pass from Tyler Bertuzzi. Now, he did a couple things that take high skill. He took it off the boards on the fly. He stayed on side, and then he made a perfect drop pass back to Jason Dickinson, who ended up getting that shot. So, I mentioned earlier, it's not always pretty with Tyler Bertuzzi, but it's always effective, and that was a very effective play.
Look out. Crevier launches one from the right point that sails over the net around the glass. And back down to the Hawk line. Vlasic got it there. Put it over to Crevier, Hawk line right wing. He tried to flip it ahead. And Vilmanis took it away for a moment, lost it. Vlasic's got the puck. Plucked away by Vilmanis. Put it over the center ice circle to Tkachuk. He enters the Hawk zone. Gave it to Bennett right point. They'll spin it down behind the Hawk net around to the near side. Crevier puts Tkachuk into the boards and off the puck. Lardis has the puck to center. He'll stick it off the glass deep into the Panthers zone behind the net. Ekblad had a stick lifted there by Nazar, but the puck slides free to Bennett. Moves into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. Shot it across the rink. Levshunov then passes the puck ahead. This misses all of his teammates and goes down, and icing's going to be the call against the Hawks.
John, I did a little bit of homework during the last TV timeout. Now, Daniil Tarasov is not related to Anatoly Tarasov. He is related to Vadim Tarasov, who was a goaltender in Russia. Get this, it gets better. Vadim Tarasov was idolized by Sergei Bobrovsky. Of course, Daniil Tarasov started his career with the Columbus Blue Jackets. When he was traded to Florida, he was ecstatic because his favorite player was Sergei Bobrovsky. So it's kind of 6 degrees of separation of hockey. Everyone kind of related. A very small umbrella we all operate under.
I was going to say, I almost feel like humming the Twilight Zone theme, Anyway, that's great, Steve. That's great info, by the way.
The internet, it's that. You know what? I'm just starting to get used to it. It's kind of great.
That internet thing, you just never know, right?
Yeah. I could get lost on there.
I think a lot of people do. Now Verhaeghe from the right circle, Hawk zone, fires a shot. Yeah, that hit Levshunov and tumbles down into the Panther end. Here's a quick pass by Balinskis up the left wing. Reinhart center ice. Goes rink wide with a pass to Verhaeghe to the right wing corner, Hawk zone. He pokes it behind the net, then got it back, got it up the slot for Rodriguez, who shanks a shot away to the near boards. Bertuzzi took it there, jams it off those same boards down into the Panther zone through the air. Mikula reaching over his head, drops it to his stick and moves it to the Hawk line, intended for Verhaeghe. This is taken away by the Hawks. Wyatt Kaiser drifting into the Panther zone, firing for the right point. That's off the stick of McCabe and wide. Rodriguez sidesteps a hit at the Panther line, leaves a 3-on-2 rush over the Hawk line. Here's Rodriguez, left circle, shooting, and down is a glove save made by Spencer Knight, and he'll hold on to the puck. Two Hawks collided at their blue line. Looked like Jason Dickinson was one of them. He sort of hobbles to the Hawk bench. 4:35 left in the second, still no score. Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, and I want to guarantee you a breakdown-free winter. Did you know that a dirty furnace costs more to operate and can lead to higher utility bills and untimely breakdowns? Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up and save $50. A Four Seasons furnace tune-up includes a 35-point inspection, complete cleaning, and we calibrate every component of your furnace. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
My friends at Access are the leaders in ADA general contracting since 1990. Access is dedicated to serving those with mobility challenges, from elevators and stair lifts to ramps, bathroom modifications, and more. Their personal, caring, friendly service team covers all of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home or Zoom video mobility assessment with Access. Call 844-IL-LIFTS or visit allaboutaccess.com and tell them Lou sent you.
Bringing you Chicago's news daily, The Lisa Dent Show. Weekdays starting at 2. Now back to the game.
Well, the latest episode of the Blackhawks Always an Original docuseries is here. This episode explores the banner years in the Chicago Blackhawks' modern dynasty through the lens of the 7 players to raise all 3 cups in 2010, 2013, and 2015. You can watch all episodes at youtube.com/Blackhawks.
They're worth watching, Hawks fans. If you are a Blackhawk fan, they are worth watching. And I'm a huge Blackhawk fan, and I loved every second of that.
Oh, I did too. Well done, but, you know, we were on the inside. I was learning stuff from watching those.
Now here's Bjornfoot with the puck behind the Hawk net. Came out far side. Wrap around, they score. How did that snake through? It looked like Spencer Knight had gotten down and stopped that one beside the net, but it leaked in past him, and the Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead.
Boy, a fourth-line offensive zone face-off. Paul Maurice, you got to give him credit. After a TV timeout, he puts the fourth line out there. Schwitt wins the draw. Bjornfoot with a wraparound attempt. I think he's going to probably get the goal, John. He wrapped it around. It might have gone off a fallen player in front of the net. Either that or
Grizzly.
Yeah, it might have been Grizzly. It might have even been the stick of Spencer Knight. But, you know, just kind of one of those plays where I think Matt Grizzlick was tripped. He kind of fell into the blue paint, and the wraparound attempt from Bjornfoot came off his stick, but went right off the body of Matt Grizzlick through the legs of the netminder, Spencer Knight. Nothing he could do, and a fluke, kind of a weird goal, is the first goal of the night.
So for Bjornfoot, that's his first goal of the season. And the goal coming at 15:33 of period number 2. Now the puck shot into the netting in the near corner. That by Gustav Forsling from center ice. Tried to dump it high down the left wing glass. Probably should have used the 2-iron. Face-off comes to center ice.
You kind of figured, though, in this type of a game that the goal that was scored was going to be kind of an ugly, a weird goal, and that's exactly what that was. But, hey, Paul Maurice, you know, we haven't really talked about him, the head coach of the Florida Panthers. He's won 2 consecutive Stanley Cups. He is about to coach his 2,000th game coming up here in about a month and a half. It's going to happen in Calgary. And he trails only the legendary Scotty Bowman in games coach.
Now, this is game number 1981 for Mo. And He has been coaching since he was 28 years old. Steve, were you in Hartford when he was there as the head coach?
I was not. No, I was not in Hartford. He came shortly after me. But yeah, most of the guys he was coaching were older than him. That had to be a tough situation for Paul Maurice.
Mm-hmm. He played his junior hockey for the Windsor CompuWare Spitfires and was a pretty solid defenseman in junior, but got into the coaching ranks, and the rest, folks, as they say, is going to be history.
Yeah, his career cut short by an eye injury. You can see out of his eyes, but he did take a stick to the eye and decided, you know what, that's enough for me. But boy, he chose the right path, and he's been a good one.
And by the way, excuse me, if you're fortunate enough to attend a Paul Maurice press conference, you could sell tickets to those. He's so good in those things. Inside the Hawk zone, Tkachuk in the right wing corner. Sends the puck out to Balinskis right point. He'll flip it down in behind the net. Vilmanis let it go into the near corner. Moore rolls off of a check there from Mikkola, but strips the puck away. Moore pokes it behind the net. Bounces to Tkachuk, bottom of the right wing circle. Then he misplayed the puck over the corner. Burakovsky will ladle it down to the Panther blue line, but Mikkola there. Shot it to the Hawk line, doubling back Oliver Moore. To Connor Bedard, got a step over the line and fires a shot, and a stick save made by Tarasov. Puck ricochets into the far corner. Tkachuk will sweep the puck in behind the Panther net. Tarasov stopping it there for Niko Mikkola. He sent a pass to the Hawk blue line. Matt Grzelcyk took it there. Quick pass up by Nazar. Hit by Balinskis at the Panther blue line. Knocked off the puck. Mikkola back to center. Strokes it down the glass behind the Hawk net. Round it goes to the near corner. Crevier on the puck now will carry behind the net. Louis Crevier moving up the left wing side. Little backhand pass ahead to center ice. Picked off in front of the Panther bench by Bennett. Goes rink wide with a pass. Reinhardt into the Hawk zone. Hands it off. And Bjornfoot will fire a shot from the left circle that goes high and wide and tumbles to center ice. Rodriguez there. Got it ahead. Petrie over the Hawk line down the left wing. His dad was Dan Petrie, pitcher for the Detroit Tigers. He lost the puck as Green put it out now to Nazar. He tried to clear it up the far side, held in by the Panthers. In the far corner now, Samoskevich to the puck. Leaving it there for Evan Rodriguez. Rodriguez turns one way, then the other on Nazar. Nazar finally lifts Rodriguez's stick. Puck comes free, but Rodriguez with some hustle took it back behind the net. To the line, and here's a shot from Forsling that's off the end of Spencer Knight's glove. Samoskevich in the right circle to Rodriguez along the right wing boards. He fans, but then put it in front of the net, picked off by Murphy. He'll flip it ahead now. Green strokes the puck ahead to center ice. This is knocked down with a high stick by the Panthers. Rodriguez. Whistle stops play with 1:18 left in the period. Panthers won, the Hawks no score.
John, I mentioned it earlier. I think it's worth revisiting, though. That face-off that they ended up scoring off of Bjornfoot, the goal, that came after a TV timeout. Jeff Plaschel puts his number one line out there, Bedard with Green, and I believe it was Moore. And Maurice counters with his fourth line. Some people might wonder, well, why would he do that? And sometimes it's to go out there and have your fourth line feel good about themselves and prove they can play with the best from the other team. And that proved them correct because they went out there and, it was kind of an ugly goal, a weird goal, but fourth line scores on the first line, and that's huge for the bench, and that's huge for those guys in particular. And right now, Paul Maurice mixing up his lines a little bit. I just noticed that Samoskevich, who had been on that fourth line, was playing with Rodriguez and Verhaeghe, so moving a bunch of guys around right now.
Face-off circle to the right of Tarasov. Hawks control. Kaiser at the left point. Put it down behind the net, intended for Bertuzzi. He tried to shield Balinskis with one hand and used the other hand to stop the puck behind the net, but it bled off his stick, and the Panthers are back into the Hawk zone. Marchand firing from the left circle. That deflects high and wide. Under a minute to play in the second. 1-0 Florida. Here's Mikheyev. Pass from the Hawk line ahead for Bertuzzi down into the Panther zone. He beat Mikkola to the dots, so no icing. Bertuzzi to Levshunov right point to Kaiser, top of the left circle, tried to fire it on goal. That hit Lundell in the hand, and he's aching a little bit now. Puck held in by Kaiser with a nice play left point. Moves to the left circle, sent over to Mikheyev, put it in for Bertuzzi, shoots, he scored! And the Hawks have tied this game at 1 with some hard work. The goal at 19:31 of period number 2 for Tyler Bertuzzi. That's number 25 in the season. We're tied at 1.
Well, great job by Wyatt Kaiser to keep this puck in. It looked like Florida was going to get it out. He kept it in. He gets it over to Mikheyev. Mikheyev with the shot, and Tyler Bertuzzi, we talked about him, John, in the open. He had to get not only scoring, but getting more shots, and he's had at least 4 in this hockey game. And this one was classic Tyler Bertuzzi, 5 feet outside of the blue paint. But it all started with a great keep-in by the defenseman Wyatt Kaiser, who we talked about all night long, playing great defensively, been jumping in offensively, and there he was responsible for the Blackhawks goal.
So it's going to be Bertuzzi from Mikheyev and Kaiser at 19:31. 1-1 to score as the puck goes out of play into the Panther bench. 14 seconds remain in period number 2. And 1-1, I like the sound of 1-1 a lot more than I do a 1-0 deficit for the Hawks at the end of 2 frames.
Well, Tyler Bertuzzi, that was his 5th shot on net. And I mentioned in the pregame, the previous 5 games, he had a total of 6 shots. So he is 1 shy of that, and he's almost done it in just under a game, in 2 periods. So, yeah, obviously the fans are into it now. You can hear it at home. The bench is going to be into it. They've got some positive stuff to talk about between periods.
5 seconds left in the period. Crevier along the right boards, Panther zone. Tried to leave the puck there for Slaggert. He had it stripped off his stick by Sam Bennett. And the Panther forward clearing the puck down. The horn sounds. 40 minutes are in the books. 1-1 the score. Shots on goal favoring the Panthers 17-15. But mission accomplished. Bertuzzi from Mikheyev and Kaiser at 19:31. The evener upper, if you will. We go to the third period time.
Well, they needed that because, if the road team has a 1-0 lead after 2 periods, they can maybe sit back, try to protect that. And right now it's a tie game. So the Blackhawks, I think, playing the game they want to play. Obviously low scoring, not as many turnovers in their own zone, which was, I think, a welcome sight after that first period. And Wyatt Kaiser, I think it's worth mentioning again, playing great defensively, playing great offensively, and really was responsible for that goal. You pointed it out. He took a shot. It hit the hand of Luosterainen or Lundell. Lundell was shaking his hand. It went to the defenseman. He couldn't get it out. That's when Kaiser kept it in again. And Kaiser then, instead of shooting it, found a wide-open Ilya Mikheyev. He did shoot it. And then the follow-up from Tyler Bertuzzi. We've seen that 15, 20 times this year.
Steve, the Lundell's injury, maybe it's not an injury. Maybe it's just a bruise or something like that. But they can ill afford to lose any more centers or really any more players right now at this juncture of the season. And Lundell is so good on faceoffs for them. He'd be a key guy if they lost him.
Yeah, he's an underrated player, and he's the de facto kind of number 1 centerman now with Barkov out of the lineup. So, yeah, very important. I think people got to realize how important he is in the playoffs. And, of course, a big part of the 2 Stanley Cups they've had the last 2 springs.
Past couple of years, the second periods have been kind of an Achilles heel for the Blackhawks. How would you rate that one for?
Well, that was a much better period. First of all, it was puck management. They took care of the puck a lot better in their own zone. I think the breakouts were, for the most part, really clean. And they played with some speed. They up tempo. I think they ended up with 9 shots. Make that 8 shots in that period. So, aside from the power play, and again, the power play hasn't done much. They've only had 2 opportunities. Aside from the power play, I think, everything going along as planned. Spencer Knight giving them every opportunity to be in this hockey game. And right now, 20 minutes to win one.
Waiting for our guests to arrive downstairs. I want to talk about the third period because I think that this is the end of the road trip, obviously, for the Panthers. They're a veteran team. They have all the experience of winning Stanley Cups. You have to wonder how much gas they're going to have for period 3.
Yeah, playing late last night. Didn't get in until 3:30. Last game of a road trip. Yeah, it's going to be tough. But, Pliny Palmery's team's well coached, and they're going to give it their all the last 20.
All right, let's go downstairs and join our guest. University of Minnesota at Duluth product, Wyatt Kaiser, number 44 for the Blackhawks. Wyatt, outstanding play there to set up that goal by Tyler Bertuzzi. Talk about it.
Yeah, thank you. I was just looking to hold my gap at the blue line and saw a puck come up, and then it kind of just happens, right? You're making a play, and then see Mickey open across and throw a little pass over, and it happens quick.
You've been making a lot of things happen, but I want to concentrate on your defense because I really am. Well, you've impressed me all year, but tonight, just getting to loose pucks really quick. Is that a big part of your game, just to outrace guys to 50-50 pucks?
Yeah, I have to use my feet to my advantage. So if I can get to those pucks quicker and then actually break it out and get us out of the D zone, we're playing a lot more offense if I'm doing that well.
What are you expecting of Florida in the third period? This is their last game of a road trip. They head back to Florida tomorrow for 6 games to end this stretch of the season, but I know they want to go home with the win. What are you expecting of them here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting, like, they have guys there that have won Stanley Cups. They know what it takes to win. They're going to push, mature game, heavy, hard, just like their first goal where they're getting in the net and crashing. Even if it has been, a long trip or whatever they played yesterday, it doesn't matter for them.
Well, hey, great job so far. Keep it up. Go get them in the third period.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Yep, thank you for being our guest, Wyatt Kaiser. After 2 periods, we're tied up at 1. Charlie's got your he's got your post-game show anyway, but he's got, we've got one more thing to cover.
I do, because, and this is about 5 minutes late, but with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, and I'm talking about the Tyler Bertuzzi goal. I got so caught up in the play, I totally forgot to. Our apologies to El Bandito and our good friend Chris Chelios.
Well, don't beat yourself up. It was only 29 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's right. Well, real time, it was, a little more.
Yeah. All right. Great job, Steve. 1-1 after 2 periods. Charlie's got your intermission report. I said postgame show. I'm thinking ahead, thinking about that flight by Yingling, Chicago Blackhawks radio postgame show. I'll give him a free plug. Shameless, huh? 1-1 after 2. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Bob Surratt. If you follow hockey, you know how important protection is. Protecting the net, the lead, the win. Planning for retirement isn't much different. It's not one decision, it's many. Each one shapes the life you want, how to create reliable income, how much risk to take, when to step away from work, and how to safeguard what you've built. Handling all of that alone can feel like a full-time job. That's why I chose Trajan Wealth. Their fiduciary advisors work with you one-on-one to make the complex feel clear and build a plan that keeps your money working for what's ahead. Your strategy starts with a simple conversation. For a retirement plan you can trust, let Trajan Wealth guide you. Schedule your complimentary review at TrajanWealth.com or visit their offices in Naperville, Park Ridge, or Orland Park. Trajan Wealth, helping protect what you've built for what comes next.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
It's a new year and time for a new space. With Architect of Chicagoland, your backyard won't be lonely for long. Their experienced team works year-round, creating stunning decks, porches, patios, and outdoor kitchens that perfectly balance beauty, function, and affordability. They build when it's cold, so you can enjoy your outdoors when the weather warms. Start planning now with a free design consultation. So come spring 2026, your backyard will be the most popular spot at your home. Make a resolution to relax more. Imagine coming home to a custom space that's truly yours. A place to entertain and make memories. Right now, get $1,000 off when you spend $20,000 or more. Start planning now and be ready to enjoy it all season long with a free consultation. Plus, financing options are available. Decks, paver patios, pergolas, screen porches, outdoor kitchens, and more. Visit architect.com/Chicagoland or call 847-496-4333. That's 847-496-4333. Your new family gathering space starts with Architect.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
Through 40 minutes here at the United Center, and it's a 1-1 score through 2 periods. I was going to say it's a tie. It was a tie through 1, and it's a tie through 2 periods. 1-1 we got here at the United Center. Time now to get to tonight's Salute to a Veteran, sponsored by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. The 2 members of our military that were honored in tonight's game, U.S. Army retired Sergeant Terrence McDonald and Chicago Police Department Lieutenant Greg Sloyan. Thank you, Sergeant Terrence and Lieutenant Greg, for your service. Let's get to some scores around the NHL. We have 5 other games on the schedule. 3 of them have already gone final. We start in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs fell 4-1 to the Colorado Avalanche behind a hat trick for Brock Nelson, the 5th hat trick of his NHL career. The Seattle Kraken defeated the New Jersey Devils 4-2 earlier today. It was just the 3rd win in 10 games for the Kraken, who do so at home. The Ottawa Senators rolled past the Vegas Golden Knights 7-1 earlier today. Mark Stone had his 14-game point streak snapped, and Jack Eichel also had his 11-game point streak snapped. Rasmus Anderson scored the lone goal for the Golden Knights. It was his first as a member of Vegas after he got acquired from the Calgary Flames. 5 multi-point performances for the Ottawa Senators, led by Brady Tkachuk, who had 3 assists in the victory. And then right now in the 3rd period, the Pittsburgh Penguins are up 3-1 in Vancouver on the Canucks. Ben Kindle has 2 of the 3 goals for the Pittsburgh Penguins, so he is on Hattie watch right now. And then the Ducks and Flames game, the puck just dropped there about 4 minutes ago. It's a 0-0 score. They're still looking for their first shot on goal of the game. No Mason McTavish for the Anaheim Ducks. He's now missed the last 3 games with an upper body injury. Elsewhere in sports, the NFC Championship game, the Seattle Seahawks are currently leading the LA Rams 31-20 in the 3rd quarter. And then earlier today in the AFC Championship game, the Patriots defeated the Broncos 10-7 in a snowy Denver to advance to the Super Bowl. And then finally, the PGA Tour kicked off today at the American Express in California, and Scottie Scheffler didn't miss a beat, shooting 27 under par to win his first start of the season. With the win, Scheffler became the 2nd fastest player to 20 career PGA Tour wins. Meanwhile, here at the United Center, the Blackhawks and Panthers are knotted up 1-1 through 2 periods of play. We'll take a quick break and break down the 2nd period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
Hey, it's Jeremy Roenick here. Let's be honest, not every beer fits every moment, but Yingling, they've got options. You want bold and rich, classic and smooth, light and crisp? They've got a beer for everyone's taste. Traditional lager, light lager, flight, black and tan. Each one brewed with real quality and nearly 200 years of family tradition. So whether it's post-game, pre-game, or no game at all, there's a Yingling for every taste. Yingling, legends stand the test of time. DG Yingling is on Pottsville, PA.
Hockey fans, I'm Frank Cerrone, President and CEO of Pan American Bank and Trust. If you're a business owner in the Chicagoland area, you already know average doesn't cut it. You need a bank partner who moves fast, understands your needs, and delivers the capital and ideas to power your next big play. That's exactly what we do. We're Chicago's premier bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Don't just bank, partner with Pan American Bank. Let's build something great together. Pan American Bank, Chicago's bank for ambitious entrepreneurs.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Tim Stearns from TJ Stearns. I find that people are generally unaware of certain factors that can significantly impact your path to retirement. Factors like healthcare, taxes, income, and legacy planning. As you approach retirement, if these elements are not addressed, it can have devastating effects. I call it the retirement riddle, and I love solving it. Call me. Let's discuss a Protect and Grow blueprint. 1-800-640-2256. My only minimum is that you're a nice person. 1-800-640-2256 or visit tjstearns.com.
For the lowest gas prices in Chicagoland, visit WGNradio.com/gas prices. Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Second intermission here at the United Center, where the Blackhawks and Panthers are all square at 1 apiece going into the 3rd period. Time now to look at this period's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. You can shop and enroll in health insurance until January 31st. That's next week at getcoveredillinois.gov. How about that late period goal for the Blackhawks? Man, those late period goals are killers if you're on the opposite side of them, but they're also huge momentum boosts for the team that does get them. And Tyler Bertuzzi comes through for Chicago with 29.3 seconds left for his 25th goal of the season. On the other end, the kind of a fluke goal by the Florida Panthers. Unfortunately, that found its way in the back of the net. It looked like the puck went off of Matt Grzelcyk and underneath the 5-hole of Spencer Knight, and that's how it found the back of the net. But it looked like Grzelcyk got pushed into the crease, and so it was kind of like a double whammy unfortunate situation for the Blackhawks, who found themselves down 1 goal, but then they responded 4 minutes later to get one and knot things up at 1-1. Hawks did get another power play opportunity in that second period. They had 3 shot attempts on it, 2 shots on goal, but they generated 0 scoring chances. So the Hawks still struggling to find some consistency in the power play, but maybe if they get another one in the third period, they can turn things around in that department. But that's 6 games now the Blackhawks haven't scored a power play goal, so hopefully they can turn things around in that department. Time now to get to tonight's third period projections, sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at robinhood.com/yourmoney. It's been a pretty tight checking game between these two teams through 2 periods. I wouldn't be surprised if things kind of open up a little bit in the third period and we see some more offensive hockey. Now that the teams have kind of done the feeling out process, both teams have a goal in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some more scoring chances on the board going into the third period, which we're going to set up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste.
Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free.
No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market.
Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first.
Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit jeffbuysyourhouse.com and score your easy offer today.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
Do you need home financing? Check out Marquette Bank. Looking for a home lender you can trust? You need Marquette Bank. Level up your home financing journey with Marquette Bank. You get experienced mortgage specialists and an easy digital home loan process. Great rates, great service. Marquette Bank makes it easy. Marquette Bank is here for all your mortgage and home equity needs. Visit emarquettebank.com/home loan to get started. Marquette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 462926.
Hey Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your recap.
Back here at the United Center as the Hawks and Panthers get ready to play some third period hockey. It was Florida that got on the board first with 4:27 left in the middle frame, but the Blackhawks countered about 4 minutes later with 29.3 seconds left, a goal by Tyler Bertuzzi.
Kaiser, top of the left circle, tried to fire it on goal. That hit Lundell in the hand, and he's aching a little bit now. Puck held in by Kaiser with a nice play left point. Moves to the left circle, sends over to McKay and put it in front. Bertuzzi shoots, he scores! And the Hawks have tied this game at 1 with some hard work. The goal at 19:31 of period number 2 for Tyler Bertuzzi. That's number 25 in the season. We're tied at 1.
And that number 25 continues to extend his team lead on the Blackhawks, and he's now just a few more away from his career high. He snapped a mini 5-game goal drought with that goal, Tyler Bertuzzi did, but how about just intercepting the shot of Ilya Mikheyev? It looked like it was a clear intentional shot by Mikheyev, but Bertuzzi ends up intercepting it, then pulls it back and finds the back of the net, and the Hawks tie things up going into the third. What's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com, John.
Thank you very much, Charlie. My thought coming off of what you were talking about with Bertuzzi was the fact that his gift is his hands in close, in tight. Some guys try that maneuver and they end up falling down. But with Bert, he seems to be able to create space for himself and be able to get away a shot, and he did. Here's Oliver Moore as we resume play in the third period. Oliver Moore enters the Panther zone, had the puck plucked away. Rodriguez clears to center ice, front of the penalty boxes. Was in the skates of Connor Bedard, and now whistle stops play. And they're going to face it off out over the center ice circle.
Well, the speed of the game is sponsored by Chicagoland Jiffy Lube. Visit your local Jiffy Lube today for a quick quality oil change that gets you in and out in a jiffy. And why not stay on the topic of Tyler Bertuzzi?
Yeah.
He scored with 30 seconds to go in that second period. 5 shots in the game. The Blackhawks have 15 total, so Mr. Bertuzzi is responsible for a third of those. And going into this hockey game, we talked about the need for Bert to shoot the puck a lot more. He'd only had 6 shots his previous 5 games, so he got the message, and he is taking care of business.
Well, the Panthers youngster, Bill Menace, will fire the puck from the right point Hawk zone, and this deflects up into the netting on the far side of the rink. Well, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come for Tyler Bertuzzi. He seemed to be kind of a streaky scorer, Steve. Maybe you'll agree, maybe not, but it seems like when he throws one in, we can expect several more.
Oh, no, I think you're absolutely right. I think most goal scorers, most prolific goal scorers are streaky. They start feeling good about themselves, and as Charlie Remilio mentioned, he is much this. Oh, just 5 goals shy of his all-time high of 30 goals, which he accomplished with Jeff Blashill behind the bench. I don't think it's any surprise that Jeff Blashill, his coach this year.
I'm sure Bertuzzi might have been the happiest Hawk that Jeff Blashill took over as head coach of this team back in the summer. Meanwhile, at center ice, the puck taken by Louis Crevier, and he flings it down the boards behind the Panther net. Dickinson's there to get it. Put it up the slot. Vlasic grabbed the puck in his glove, drops it to his stick, then sticks it over to the right wing corner. Bertuzzi there. He'll chip it behind the net. Mikheyev in the left wing corner. Battling there with Polinska, sends up with the puck. Sends it down to Bertuzzi, back of the net. He knocked it out of air to control it. Takes it to the right wing side. Gave it to Crevier, right point. Fires a long shot from there. I think that hit Belinskas in front of the net. He is ailing, and now he'll head to the Panther bench. They can ill afford to lose too many guys from this point on. We talked earlier. Over 300 man games lost to injury, the Panthers. Trying to defend their title. 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Going to the Stanley Cup final. 3 straight seasons. 3 straight springs, let's just say. Here's Petrie at center ice on the right wing side. Firing the puck down in behind the Hawk net into the far corner. Little slap pass now by Lundell. He ends up taking the puck in the right wing corner and centers it. Picked off by Nick Foligno. He'll make a lead pass up the right side at center ice intended for Slaggert. Doubling back was Lundell. He'll take the puck away at the Panther blue line. Passing it ahead to Bjornfoot. He'll stick it down the boards behind the Hawk net. Connor Murphy ends up with a puck for the Hawks. To Nick Foligno, tosses it up the right wing side. The puck comes free to Foligno now at the blue line. Head to Ryan Donato, and he tried to dump the puck high down into the Panther zone, and this ends up hitting the stick of Forsling and deflecting up into the crowd. We're down to 17:34 left in the third, 1-1.
And for people interested, as I always am, Tyler Bertuzzi is the nephew of Todd Bertuzzi. Every once in a while, I'll call Tyler Bertuzzi Todd. I never did play against Todd Bertuzzi. He joined the NHL just after I retired, but Todd's his uncle. And Tag Bertuzzi still playing, I believe, in the AHL. Tag is his cousin. Now, that is Todd Bertuzzi's son, Tag Bertuzzi.
Adding to the Bertuzzi lineage, Steve, I can't remember what his name was, but there was a man named Bertuzzi who decided the ultimate fate of Eric Lindros from the 1992 NHL draft. He ended up sending him a ruling that Lindros should go to the Philadelphia Flyers. At the time, he was being traded from the Quebec Nordiques to either the New York Rangers or the Flyers. And the gentleman Bertuzzi, the judge, whoever it was, decided he was going to go to the Philadelphia Flyers.
Did not know that. Yeah. And it actually ended up working out really well for the then Quebec Nordique because they ended up getting, a whole bunch of guys in return.
Peter Forsberg among them.
Yes.
And Forsberg won 2 cups with Colorado. Troy Murray was a part of one of those cup winners. Now they sent the puck taken back at center ice by the Panthers. Rodriguez to Verhaeghe into the Hawk zone near the left point. Tried to center the puck, picked off by the Hawks. Levshunov with a pass up the left wing to Bedard at center ice. He was run into by Ekblad, but deflects the puck down in behind the Panther net. And Gustav Forsling back there to get it. Panthers making a line change. Forsling's holding on to the puck behind the Panther net. Now he skates out. Here's Gustav Forsling to center. Claimed off of waivers by the Panthers, if you can believe it. He's turned into one of their better defensemen. Dumps the puck down behind the Hawk net. Crevier sticks it around up the right wing side. Picked off by the Panthers. Bennett firing from the slot. Stick save made by Knight. And the Hawks break back 3-on-2, led by Nazar over the Panther line to Moore, right wing side. Shot a pass across the rink. This is picked off by Mikkola of the Panthers. To Bennett over the Hawk line, top of the right circle. Fed a pass back through the high slot, and this is off the stick of Mikkola. He recovers the puck, put it down to Vilmanis in the far corner, out to Mikkola left point. He drives one off the inboards. This ricochets straight up the ice. And Nick Lardis hands it ahead, Louis Crevier. To the Panther line, sticks it across. Nazar at the left point, hits the trailer off the bench. Mikheyev over to Bertuzzi. Tried to fire from the right wing circle. He fanned on the shot. Bertuzzi got it back, right wing corner. Passing to the left point, Grzelcyk to Murphy, right point. Keys it up and fires, and Tarasov down will make the save with the pads and then plop on the puck ahead of his crease and hold on. A couple of good chances there for the Hawks.
Yeah, all because Frank Nazar is basically a 1-on-3, and he realized he had to buy some time, so he button hooked back, found a trailing player, and Bertuzzi, I believe it was Mikheyev, Bertuzzi ended up with a shot, a clear shot, but I think that puck bobbled on him right at the last second, didn't get a clean shot off. But a really good play, a good offensive play by the Blackhawks. And it all started with Frank Nazar, who didn't look like he had an option because he didn't. Guys were changing, and he found the open man.
Seemed like Mikheyev had a decent option of a shot, too. Going to get no icing call as Matt Grzelcyk back to get the puck on the Hawk end. Put it around up the right wing side. And Mikheyev will stick it over to Grzelcyk, who clears to center ice. Dickinson's got the puck at center ice in front of the Panther bench and backhands it down behind the net. Bjornfoot there to get it for the Panthers. Passing around at the left wing side. This is cleared to the Hawk blue line by Luostarinen. Taken back by the Hawks. Connor Murphy in the Hawk end. Over to Grzelcyk. Hawk line left wing. He'll step ahead and fire it down the glass into the Panther zone. Puck circles the net and rolls out of the Panther zone. Actually rolled on in. Collected by Levshunov in front of the benches. He whips the puck over to Wyatt Kaiser in the Hawk zone. He's chased down to the corner by Samoskevich. Kaiser put the puck over to Levshunov, who cleared it out to center ice. And Forsling will drive it back down into the Hawk zone. Samoskevich right circle fires. Spencer Knight down. And this goes by him into the net. They score. I'm not sure if this is going to be Mackie Samoskevich's goal or not. Let's see who leads the fist bump parade. It is going to be Mackie Samoskevich, and the Panthers retake the lead at 2-1.
Kind of an innocent play. It looked like the Blackhawks had control on the breakout. Then they just throw it up the neutral ice area. On the dump in, Samoskevich ends up getting it off the boards, and that shot just trickled in between the legs of netminder Spencer Knight. H.A. Greer was right there. Now, whether he bunted it in or not, we'll have to wait and see, but just a situation where if they make a clean pass in their own zone, it's an easy breakout. Instead, and that puck crossed the line by itself. A valiant effort from Wyatt Kaiser, diving back, trying to make sure that didn't cross the line. I think that's what they're looking at right now, John, to make sure it didn't. The puck totally crossed the line. It looks like it did. And 5 minutes and 20 seconds into this third period, Florida regains the lead.
And for Mackie Samoskevich, that's goal number 5 on the season. We will confirm on the assist here momentarily. So 2-1 in favor of the Panthers. That goal at 5:20 of period number 3. Face off at center ice. 2-17s face off. Foligno and Rodriguez. Rodriguez wins the draw for Florida. Puck is shot down the boards by Forsling behind the Hawk net. Murphy calmly hands it off to Foligno, tried to clear the puck out. Ekblad took it away right point and fires. That's turned out of there by Knight. There's Grzelcyk with a pass up the right wing. Murphy center ice. Front of the benches. Dumping it down the boards behind the Panther net into the near corner. Ekblad calmly holding it there, put a pass up the right wing to Verhaeghe. He shot it rink wide, and this deflects down in behind the Hawk net off a Forsling stick. Grzelcyk behind the net, gave the puck over to Murphy along the right boards. Murphy with a pass ahead to Donato at center ice. He'll deflect it down in behind the Panther net. And back to get it is Niko Mikkola. Mikkola passing to center ice to Belinskas. He sticks it down the right side boards behind the Hawk net. Vlasic now the near corner. Made a lead pass up the left wing, picked off by the Panthers. Mikkola right point. Sent the puck down behind the net. Matthew Tkachuk. He fed it over to the bottom of the left circle for Bennett, who drives one in on goal. And this is stopped by Spencer Knight with a butterfly save. 13:33 remains in period number 3. 2-1 in favor of the Panthers. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Every neighborhood has its own story, and at Grandview Homes, we know them all. We've bought thousands of properties right here in the communities we're proud to call home. Our management team averages over 20 years of experience. We understand the unique nuances of your area and how to make selling your home as smooth as possible. We'll visit your home and give you a fair offer in as little as 24 hours. Then just pack what you want and we'll take care of the rest. Get your no obligation offer at grandviewhomes.com today.
It's Connor Bedard. Listen to John Williams weekday mornings at 10. Now back to the game.
Well, it doesn't get any easier for the Chicago Blackhawks after this game against the Florida Panthers. It's the Moms trip. It's the annual mentor trip. This year it's the Moms, and they'll head to, on Monday, they will head to sunny Minnesota. And then after a couple of days in Minnesota, head off to Pittsburgh with the Moms and mentors. And John, I know you're bringing your sister.
I am.
I get to bring my daughter, and really looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. But first things first, they've got 13 and a half minutes to try and tie this hockey game.
Balmy Minneapolis, and then even balmier Pittsburgh. Yeah, a couple days later. Doesn't get much better than that, right?
Well, Minnesota right now, Kirill Kaprizov is on a heater.
Yeah.
I have the numbers here in front of me, and Kirill Kaprizov in his last 5 games, he's had 12 points.
He's a machine. He's a rare talent in the league. Great to watch him play. Hopefully not so effectively against the Blackhawks in a couple of nights. Here's Sam Bennett into the Hawk zone, stopping at the right point. Flicks it over the left wing corner, Hawk in. Lefshinov plays it up the right wing side to Dickinson, who shot it down. They're going to waive the icing. This will allow the Hawks a line change. Ekblad back from behind the Panther net, put the puck over to Forsling in the circle to Tarasov's left. Moving it ahead now. Rodriguez into the Hawk zone to Verhaeghe. He shoots and scores. Rodriguez pulled up in the left wing circle to hit the trailer. Carter Verhaeghe, he knew what to do with that puck. And from the slot, he beat Spencer Knight over the glove. 3-1 Florida, 12:36 left in period number 3.
Well, this play was just an unbelievable play by Gustav Forsling. It looked like a broken play, and I think it was Rodriguez who flew the zone, and it was. And Forsling hit him with a long pass. It was about a 100-foot pass. They eventually get the puck to Verhaeghe. It's a bank pass to Rodriguez. He spots Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe, that's a really good shot. Maybe one Spencer Knight would like to have just below the glove. But the Florida Panthers continue to do that, making something out of nothing. And it looked like a harmless enough play. Rodriguez, kind of a broken fly pattern, but they spot him way up the ice. He makes a great pass to Verhaeghe, and Verhaeghe makes them pay. To point out, Verhaeghe had 2 assists last night, so now he's on a little bit of a roll himself.
Carter Verhaeghe scoring number 15 on the year. So the hill a little steeper to climb for the Blackhawks. They've got 12 minutes left to do something about it. Connor Murphy from center ice tosses a long one in on Tarasov. He'll send the puck behind the net now. Petrie moves it over along the left wing side to Bjornfoot, who shot it into the Hawk zone. And it's in behind the net. Back to get it is Levshunov. Passing up ice to center ice to Slaggert, breaking into the Panther zone down the right wing. Slaggert to the corner, runs into a check, but pokes the puck behind the net, left wing corner, Foligno. He tried to flip it back in behind. Instead, Belinskas moves it out up the near side, but not out of the zone. Donato captures at the left point. Put it down behind the net. Around it goes, right point, Levshunov. Sticks the puck across the rink, left wing corner. Foligno there to Donato back in the net. He and Schwint get together. Schwint's stick breaks. Puck remains in the Panther zone, and now A.J. Greer will toss between the circles to Belinskas, who gains center ice and then leaves it in front of the benches. Ryan Donato took the puck away. Here's Donato into the Panther zone. Got by a check over the line. Right wing side, put it in front for Moore, and that's turned out of there with a stick from Tarasov. Moore in the left wing circle to Bedard in front of the net. Tried to circle in front and get a shot away, but his stick was lifted by Vilmanis. And the puck then taken away by the Panthers and cleared down ice by Vilmanis. Back to get it in the far corner Hawk zone. Nick Lardis. He leaves it along the inboards. Vlasic to Crevier, far corner. Passing ahead from Moore, Hawk blue line. Stepping up on him, though, was Forsling. And then Lardis takes the puck into the Panther zone. Got it in the right wing corner. Got it to Bedard behind the net. Now the Lardis right circle. He shoots, and that's into the glove of Tarasov, and he'll hold on. Whistle stops play with 10:24 left in period number 3. Panthers with the 3-1 lead. I've noticed a few times, Steve, more than a few times, the Panther defensemen, in anticipation of the Hawks rush out of their end, they meet the Hawk players at the Hawk blue line and make the play right there.
Yeah, well, they're very aggressive. They play on their toes, and that's the sign of a confident team, obviously an experienced team, and they've got both of those things. I've been impressed with Tarasov, too, because although not tested a ton, he has faced 22 shots. He's stopped 21 of them. Make that 20 shots. He stopped 19 of them. But that last flurry, he used to stick very effectively, poke-checking pucks with guys around the net. And, not a lot of European goaltenders, not a lot of Russian goaltenders really good with his stick, but he's been very active in that regard.
Crevier enters the Panther zone on the right wing side, pokes the puck down behind the net. Bertuzzi came up with it to Vlasic along the left boards. Vlasic from the left point will launch a shot. Deflects over the net. Off the glass, Bertuzzi's got it. Put it to the slot. Dickinson fires. Turned wide with a stick save, and then a follow-up shot by Crevier from the right circle, and Tarasov got in front of that. Bertuzzi feeds the high slot. Dickinson. He'll drop it there. Vlasic to Dickinson, top of the left circle. Over to Vlasic at the line in the deep slot. He'll move with the puck and try and pass down into the left wing circle, and did. Ilya Mikheyev there. Backing up to the point, put it over to Dickinson, right wing corner. He'll leave it through to Crevier, and that's poked off his stick, but Crevier got it back at the right point. Tried to wire it down the boards, but Lusterinen held the left wing boards and got in front of that dump in, and the puck deflects down ice in behind the Hawk net. Crevier there to get it.
Great third line shift against the Florida Panthers.
Azar down the right wing Panther zone. Tries a tough angle shot, and that's stopped with the chest and the glove eventually of Tarasov, and he'll hold on in the Panther crease. We're down to 9:15 left in the third. Still 3-1 in favor of the Panthers. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Jason Dickinson. Stay tuned. More Blackhawks hockey coming up.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get 0.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end February 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Thanks. Got my seat cushion, crossword puzzle, and can't forget the hand sanitizer. Okay, show me the waiting room.
No need for all that. You can stay in your car.
I'll stay in my car. Get out.
Yep, you stay in. It'll just be 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out.
Go ahead, sit back and relax.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. If only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
Well, thanks, Chris, and hopefully we do, because the Blackhawks trail by 2. We've got 9:15 here to go to the third period at the United Center. Goals early in this period by Mackie Samoskevich, his 5th on the year, and then Carter Verhaeghe moments ago, his 15th, have given the Florida Panthers the 2-goal lead.
Well, here's the draw inside the Panther zone in the circle to the left of Tarasov. And Nazar wins it to Ryan Green. Green along the right sideboards with the puck. Checked by Ekblad. Sweeps the puck down behind the net. Burakovsky got it there. He's checked in the far corner now by Rodriguez. Puck comes free behind the Panther net. Ekblad put it up the near side. Grzelcyk pinching from the left point to the half board. Strokes the puck back down in behind the Panther net. And then Ekblad put it in the near corner. Now Burakovsky, he's tripped by the Panther net and goes down, and no penalty is called as the puck is cleared to center ice by Verhaeghe. Taken back by Nazar, breaking into the Panther zone. He had a stick lifted off the puck just inside the line. Marchand will stroke it to the Hawk blue line. Connor Murphy meets him there and pokes the puck away to Matt Grzelcyk between the circles, Hawk zone. Panthers in a line change, 8:29 left in the third, 3-1 Florida. Grzelcyk passing to center ice to Connor Bedard. Winds it off the glass down behind the Panther net into the near corner. Tkachuk redirects it up the right wing side to Sam Bennett. To Uvis Polinskas over the center ice circle, and he'll wind it down the glass behind the Hawk net into the near corner. And then Tkachuk pokes it in behind the net. Spun away by Bennett up to the left point. Polinskas fires. That shot is blocked. Oliver Moore out to center ice. Lost the handle on the puck. Taken away by Polinskas, and he'll dump the puck into the right wing corner Hawk zone. And hurriedly, the Panthers get another line change. Here's Bedard taking a pass. Hawk blue line. Skating it ahead to the Panther blue line. Dumps it off the boards to the right wing corner. A.J. Greer took it back for Florida. Shot it into center ice for Samoskevich. And he deflects the puck down beside the Hawk net where Knight guides it in behind. Left shot there to Bertuzzi over the center ice circle. Took it to the Panther blue line. Steps across. Gave it to Lardis at the right point. And he ends up shooting it up into the glass and then up into the protective netting in the far corner. Whistle stopping play. And I believe they'll keep the face-off in the Panther zone in the circle to Tarasov's left.
John, working with the NHL Network, had an opportunity to do the game that the Florida Panthers played last year over in Finland. And, of course, a lot of Finns on that team. They're playing the Dallas Stars in a 2-game set. And, of course, a lot of Finns on the Dallas Stars team. But had an opportunity to meet Mackie Samoskevich, the youngster who scored that first goal in the third period. And he got the nickname Mackie. His name is Matthew Samoskevich. His little sister couldn't say Matthew, but she could say Mackie. And it sounded like Matthew to her. And the name stuck with the family. And ever since, he's been known as Mackie Samoskevich.
I like it. I like that story. That's heartwarming. Kaiser, speaking of heartwarming, Kaiser put Brad Marchand into the far corner boards and off the puck. Hawks get it back. Bertuzzi, Hawk blue line left wing. Quick pass ahead from McKay, Panther line, deflects off his stick down behind the net. Tarasov put it around up the left wing to Lindell. He'll lift to center ice. Connor Murphy took the puck back. Tried to put it over along the near side at center, intended for Mikheyev. Reinhart took the puck away instead. He'll dump it down wide of the Hawk net. Spencer Knight put it into the far corner. Tyler Bertuzzi the puck. Mikheyev between the circles. Passing to the left wing boards to Murphy. He had to stop and go back and get the puck. He put it behind the net over to Grzelcyk. And then up the right wing side to Mikheyev. Connor Murphy gets twisted down in awkward fashion. Kind of the can opener here by Evan Rodriguez. And this is going to put the Hawks in the Sitco power play. Let's pick up the official call.
Number 17, Florida's got a minor for tripping.
Freddie Lecoullier. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving.
Well, the power play 0 for 17 over the last almost 7 games now, but an opportunity really, John, to get this team back in this hockey game. And you score here, you're down a goal, you still got plenty of time to go, at least 5 minutes. And that's why the Blackhawks right now talking it over just amongst themselves at center ice. And Connor Bedard kind of leading the conversation. So I think he's been upset with the way the power play has gone thus far. I haven't looked at the numbers. I'm not sure they have more than 2 shots on the 2 power plays they have. But this is very important.
Well, a little extra bit of sadness for the Panthers there. Evan Rodriguez, one of their better penalty killers, is sitting in the box. Hawks get control off the draw. Nazar from the left point tried to backhand one to the slot and did. Picked off by Forsling, shot it to the Hawk blue line. Levshunov put it ahead to Bedard over the Panther line. Put it over to Levshunov right point. Sent the puck down to Bedard, the far circle, reaching in. Forsling whacked it away and put it up the left wing side. Panther shorthanded into the Hawk zone. Lindell left circle fires a shot that's over the net. And now to get the puck, Levshunov to Bertuzzi, center ice on the left wing. Nazar coming by over the Panther line. Tried to force a pass through the skates of Reinhart, picked off by the Panthers. They're into the Hawk zone. Reinhart in front, takes a pass and shoots. And down is Spencer Knight with a butterfly save. So a little bit of carelessness on the part of the Hawks there. Nearly were made to pay by the Panthers.
Yeah,
Reinhart, a pretty good guy.
I call that a hope play. And Frankie Nazar, this is not a knock against him. Listen, he's a youngster in the NHL, but when you cross that blue line and you're on your backhand, you got to make sure that pass is going to get through. It got broken up, and it got turned the other direction in a hurry and shorthanded Lundell to Reinhart. And we've heard that combination before many, many times. Nice save there by Spencer Knight.
Nick Lardis to center ice, overskates the puck for a moment. Reaches, got it back, flips it down into the Hawk end. Matt Grizzlick's got it between the circles, then skates up the left wing side. Then drops it off to Moore. Now it's center ice. Put it in over the Panther line. Left point to Foligno. He sent the puck to the left wing corner. Mikkola battling there with the Hawks' Oliver Moore. Moore prized it free. Then Mikkola took it back in his skates. Then Mikkola falling down, trying to milk the penalty clock, doing it successfully, I might add. Foligno sticks it out of there. Lardis left circle. Drops it off. Grizzlick left point down to Moore left corner. Leaving the puck along the half boards. Foligno to Grizzlick. Now Foligno again along the left boards to Moore beside the net. Carried in behind. Fed it up the slot. And this eludes Ryan Green and goes all the way down into the Hawk end. Knight out to play the puck ahead. Grizzlick will take it, carry in behind the net, and then start up from there. We're down to 4:37 on the clock. 3-1 Panthers. Crevier from center ice, firing it down the boards into the Panther zone. Ends up in the left wing corner, pulled out by Ryan Donato. Fed the left point, Vlasic. Now to Donato, left wing circle. Had trouble with the pass, got it back, sweeps it in front. Panthers come to full strength as Crevier tried to get to the puck, could not. It's cleared to center ice by Luosterainen. Hawks get it back into the Panther zone. Dickinson, right wing corner. Put it behind the net. McKayev, left corner. To Vlasic, left point. Long wrist shot from there. Hits the inboards. Bounces out to the far side. And Schwint for the Panthers will clear the puck down into the Hawk zone. Not far enough for icing, but far enough for the Panthers to get a line change.
Yeah, no shots on that last power play. And you don't always have to score in a power play, but you want to get some momentum. You want to get the crowd into it. You want to, get some opportunities. And really nothing there. A lot of missed passes from the Blackhawks.
Lundell into the Hawk zone. A long shot from the high slot. Deflects over the net. Marchand tried to get to the rebound. He had it wrestled away instead by Vlasic to Oliver Moore, center ice on the left wing. He'll flip it into the left wing corner in the Panthers zone. And now Petrie sends the puck up the right side for Marchand. Here's Marchand into the Hawk zone. He tried to get to a pass from Verhaeghe. Instead, taken back in the far corner and centered, but then picked off by the Hawks, Oliver Moore. Moore to center ice. They'll dump it down to the left wing corner, Panther zone. Jeff Petrie there to get the puck. Here's Petrie moving up the right side, giving the puck to Sam Bennett, breaking through center. Over the Hawk line, drops it off in the near circle. Grizzlick got it there. Put a rink-wide pass on the right wing side of center ice. And Ilya Mikheyev dumping the puck off the inboards in the Panther zone. There goes Spencer Knight to the Hawks bench. Hawks are going to go with 6 attackers and an empty net now, 2:45 on the clock. Play is in behind the Panther net. And Ilya Mikheyev trying to scrape it out of there. Mikola's got it pinned with his skate. A couple of Hawks are able to wrestle it free. Puck comes free, however. And Vilmanis has the puck at center ice. He's checked by Kaiser, front of the benches, lost the puck into the Hawk zone. Artem Levshunov dropping the puck now to Connor Bedard, near circle Hawk in to Levshunov, who skates with the puck in front of the Hawks' empty net. Passing up the left wing side, Mikheyev. He'll flip it back into the Hawk zone. Kaiser's got it between the circles, and again, the Hawks will start. Kaiser now, top of the crease with 2:05 on the clock. Leads the rush and drops it off. Now Bedard over the center ice circle. Backhands the puck to the right wing corner, Panther zone. In to get it, Ekblad. Put it up the left wing side. Rodriguez has the puck. Now to Reinhart with an empty net from center ice. A backhand shot. He scores. It's an empty net goal, and the Panthers now lead 4-1 with 1:49 left on the clock for the third period.
Well, I like the way the Florida Panthers play along the boards. They just own the boards. They're big and they're strong, but they know angles, they know stick work, and that time a dump in by the Blackhawks. They couldn't get to it, and they just kind of work it up the boards, kind of rim it up the boards. Good work by Evan Rodriguez, Sam Reinhart, who scored last night against the Minnesota Wild, gets the empty net goal here, and that should be it. 4-1 with 1:43 to go.
So Reinhart scoring at 18:11 of period number 3 into an empty Hawk net. Well, the remaining 96 seconds to be contested here. At center ice, Nikola's got the puck backing into the Panther zone. He shot it ahead off the stick of Samoskevich into the Hawk end, taken back by Vlasic to Nick Foligno over the center ice circle. He fires the puck off of the defenseman. Actually fires it off of Cole Schwint. This goes down in behind the Panther net. Puck shot up the slot, picked off by Vlasic. Long shot, kick saved by Tarasov. In the left wing corner, Foligno to the puck. Put it behind the net to Donato. Here's Ryan Donato. Crossing with Foligno. Got it to the left point. Vlasic to Crevier, right point. Pounds a shot. Blocked by Greer. And the Panthers are back the other way. A.J. Greer runs into Crevier at the Hawk blue line. Crevier goes down. Greer to the puck behind the net. Put it back up the boards out to center ice. And Petrie's got the puck there. We're down to 40 seconds left in the game. Petrie shot the puck down into the Hawk zone. This comes free now to Oliver Moore. Ryan Green at center ice on the left wing side. He shot it out for Moore. This deflects off his stick and down to the inboards. Panther zone. It's taken away now by the Panthers. They're back through center. Lundell put it in over the Hawk line. Verhaeghe fed the left circle. And a shot. They score. And it's going to be the second goal of the night for Bjornfoot. That's number 2 in the season and the second in this game. A little bit of an exclamation point, if you will, by the Panthers. 5-1 Florida with 22 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, he's only played 5 games this year, and part of the reason he's in the lineup, the Seth Jones injury. Dmitry Kulikov, too. We haven't really talked about him, but Dmitry Kulikov, a top 6 defenseman for Florida, not in the lineup. So in his 5th game, he now has 2 goals, 2 of them against the Chicago Blackhawks. And again, Florida just brings the puck up the ice, a little bit of speed. The defense gets involved in the play, and the shot beats Spencer Knight. Blocker side.
Tobias Bjornfoot with a pair of goals, and that will pretty much put this one away. 9 seconds left in the contest. Murphy shot the puck ahead in front of the benches, and the puck deflects off Lardis and out of play. So on Hockey Fights Cancer Night for the Blackhawks organization in the centennial season, unfortunately, the crowd isn't going to go home happy. By the way, we did pass the 5-minute mark of the third period in this game. It's sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change. And coming up, it's the Four Seasons Face-Off, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. Draw one by the Hawks. Murphy's got the puck. He'll let the time tick off the clock as he settles it down in the Hawk end. And the game sounds, or the horn sounds as the game ends. And we look down on the ice, and there's a few rats that have been thrown on the ice by some of the Panther fans. Not that we haven't seen that before, but not here. Anyway, Florida has won 3 in a row. They won all 3 games on this road trip to Winnipeg, Minneapolis, Minnesota Wild, and here to Chicago. And they'll head back to Florida in a much better position than they thought they would. And I'm sure that they're feeling pretty good about the fact that instead of being 5 points out of the race now, Steve, they're only 3 points out of the race.
Yeah, they're starting to feel it right now, John. You know, they've won 3 in a row. They've won 4 of their last 5. And if you take it a little farther back, 6 of their last 8. So that's trending in the right direction. And that's still without guys like Barkov, who they probably won't have back.
Yeah.
There's a possibility he comes back in April. But they're still without Seth Jones, Dmitry Kulikov. There's a couple of other injuries that I can't think off the top of my head. So some of these guys who are coming in, and we saw it tonight, Bjornfot, just his second, make that fifth game with the Florida Panthers this year, the former LA King, gets an opportunity, and boy, he scores 2 goals tonight, and 2 pretty important goals. Well, the first goal is certainly important because it broke a 0-0 tie in the second period. So the one thing about the Florida Panthers, and I've noticed this for the last basically 3 years, they do a great job along the boards. They own the boards. And if you can win the boards and you can win the front of the net, you're going to win a lot of hockey games. And that's kind of what they did tonight.
Well, the Panthers won both hockey games against the Blackhawks this season, sweeping the season series. Next year might be entirely different, but we'll have to see. Anyway, 5-1 is the final score favoring the Panthers here this evening. We'll tell you more about it right after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Giardinera.
I'm John Landecker, and I'm looking for listeners. Weeknight starting at 7. Back to the Blackhawks.